through it so incredibly hard and fast that it's been burning players out.
They did that in the Final Fantasy card game too, because they had 3 or 5 years worth of sets for the Final Fantasy card game, and then they reprinted it, rebooted it, and then they were just dumping old sets as new sets again. And my friend's like, I can't keep up with it. I'm like, yeah, it's because they don't have to like deal with dev time right now. They're 12 sets in, so they're just gonna puke it out until they're, caught up.
It's crazy how that happens. I mean, it is what it is. If this does come to America, I don't know if I'll actually get an American account because I'll have been playing it forever with this Taiwanese account. But it's in English. That's why I'm playing it. If it had been Japanese, I probably wouldn't have gotten very far with it.
Is Chill Penguin in it?
Yeah, actually, he's the boss of the event that I'm doing right now.
Good. It's not a Mega Man X game without Chill Penguin.
Yeah. What's cool is you unlock characters via the gacha, and they've got their own special abilities, but like your level isn't tied to the character, so you can switch between any character at any one given time, and you can attach weapons, and they have cards, and the cards do different stuff. They've got elements attached to them, so if you attach 2 blue types, you get this kind of bonus, or a blue type and an orange type, you get this kind of bonus, so on and so forth. And you can level the cards up as well because you have an overall power level. So there's a lot of like back-end gear management to it. But for example, like I did a single pull and I got Tron Bonne play as.
Ooh.
This week, tomorrow actually, tomorrow's refresh, they're doing a Halloween event, and they have a Halloween Dracula vial.
Ooh, I figured they'd go with Shade Man because he was all Halloween themed in Mega Man 8.
Well, I mean,
7.
this is Mega Man X first, so I guess like there's a few Mega Man original characters and characters from other series. Like 90% of the downloadable characters are Mega Man X characters.
Gotcha. I figured it was a whole crossover thing with Tron Bonne in it, since that's Legends.
Yeah, they just did a Legends crossover, so that's why she was in it, and I just got real lucky in getting her.
That's a series that I'm surprised they never went back to, but then again, it's been so long, they're probably like not worth it. We just got Mega Man 12, 11, and we haven't heard anything about the next game since.
Yeah, well, I watched a whole big documentary, like, okay, not a big documentary, but a mini documentary on, and it was after the Inafune guy left. They didn't know what to do with the series, and they didn't want to, I guess, do it dirty, so they took their time and doing it, but it was like 8 years between releases. So
yeah, well, they did a better job than Inafune and Mighty Number 8. Jesus.
Yeah, that's the truth.
My friend kickstarted it, and he's one of those guys that's like overly gung-ho about things.
I kickstarted it too. I put $250 in Mighty Number 9.
So did you have the same problem as him, where the art boxes were not the same size as the actual cartridges they came with?
Those are still in the original mail package that I got them in. I never took them out. My issue is that I had a Wii U at the time. I didn't have a PS4 yet when I backed it, so I got the Wii U version. The Wii U version is so incredibly jank. Like,
yeah, because they don't get the same updates, right?
I thought it was my disc at first. So I had the downloadable, and then I bought a disc of it. I found it at Target on clearance for like $8, so I bought it just to see if there was any difference. No difference. And then a friend gave me an extra PS4 copy that he had, and the PS4 copy is like the definitive version to play. There's no hang-ups, load times aren't god-awful. So PS4 is like the only playable version.
I didn't back it, but I was just like, I don't trust where this is going, and
your trust was well placed.
I don't know. I've kickstarted things. I've kickstarted games. I've kickstarted board games.
That is the only game I've kickstarted, because it was my first Kickstarter. It's my last Kickstarter.
Well, I backed Hex Shards of Fate, which was like an MMO trading card game. Well, that got shut down because of litigation between Hasbro and the company that made it, Cryptozoic, and they're sunsetting in December. And my brother was a guild master thing where because there was supposed to be raiding and stuff, and they never made it to that point because of the what was it, the lawsuit with Hasbro. And I guess the Hasbro lasted 5 years, and it's 5 years in December, and they don't want to pay money to pop Wizards anymore, so they're like, we're just going to sunset and then rebuild the game entirely. All the cards, all of the player account stuff is going to be stored, and if they ever do anything with the property again, everybody who backed the Hex is going to eventually get stuff as a thank you for supporting the game. But because of if you've played Magic, instead of using like mana, they had a system where you would essentially play a gem, and the gem would essentially count as the color of its choice or a land. But it fixed the mana system, but it was too close, and they didn't like that, so Hasbro sued.
Huh.
So everybody who kickstarted it was like, well, a lot of our money went to help support this game just went to lawyers.
Litigation.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I don't. I've kickstarted like 2 things since, but one of them was for like a set of dice for a property that I liked, and that's about it. I've never kickstarted anything else.
I just got a Kickstarter from Level 99 Games. They do BattleCon and Millennium Blades and stuff. And
Wait,
I just
Level
got
99. Hey, wait, they do Pixel Tactics, don't they?
Yep, they do Pixel Tactics.
I love Pixel Tactics, man. I've got like almost all of the sets.
I
love that game.
I got like the deluxe edition and stuff. I don't have the Mega Man stuff, but I started getting into that. But yeah, I backed their Millennium Blades and but I got my Kickstarter. Everything was nice except for the add-on stuff I bought where they were all squished. I'm like, I'm gonna have to mail them and be like, why the hell are the added? Because everything else was so nicely packed, and then some assholes like, oh, he also ordered this, and they just tossed these like boxes, like the set boxes into the thing, and they're crushed and ripped apart. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
That's a bummer.
It's like, come on. Yeah. So now I have.
I've got all the. Regular original sets, but I didn't get any of the Mega Man stuff. I wanted to, but it's also hard when you can't find anybody to play that game with you because you kind of need a second person.
Yeah, I played it with my wife for a bit. We liked it, but then there's like, because we have the deluxe, there's the base stuff, and then there's all the add-on stuff, plus like the summons, and there was a lot of stuff, and we were like, oh god, this is a lot. Their games are very fun, but they're also really complicated. I love Millennium Blades because it's a trading card game simulator. But
yeah,
if someone's not going into the mindset of this, they're like, this is too complicated. I'm like, yeah, I can see that.
I got really into Pixel Tactics when my girlfriend was going through like a very like super heavy depressive mode. So she was never able to play because she could not cognitively function to play.
Yeah, no, I totally get that.
Not to kill the conversation.
It's dead.
Too late.
Dead.
Let's play Monster of the Week.
Where's Chris? Where's
We don't need those fuckers. It's Halloween.
Okay, you pinged him. All right.
The spook season is among us.
And this is the Halloween special, so to speak. We'll see how many episodes it takes to do.
We'll be in Christmas still doing Halloween stuff.
Oh, if that's the case, then the Krampus shows up and fucks up Halloween too.
Oh, that's great.
All right. Last time oh wait, there was one thing I wanted to do. So, I don't think this matters to you, Scott, because you already have Magic. But in the rule set, there is a thing called alternate weird moves. Your weird move is typically use Magic. So, Melvin, I'm looking at your character sheet right now as the example because you're the only other player here that can. You're the only other. You're only here. So Scott has use Magic. He can use Magic. That's a thing. That's his weird move. I don't foresee Melvin using Magic in a real way. That doesn't feel like how he's weird. Like the alternative weird magic in the book, it says, "How are you weird?" And there's a fruit fly annoying the shit out of me. So I want you and Chris to pick one of these alternative weird moves to be why you're weird as opposed to your use magic. I saw there's two of them that really jump out as like the more mundane characters. One of them is Trust Your Gut, and the other one is No Limits.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, what would be the most mundane, non-magical, weird move? But the problem is, I'm not encouraged to do weird moves because I have a -1, and there's no way to increase that stat in my playbook.
That's okay.
No, I have stat buffs for every other stat, but I do not. I have 4 reduced or erase a luck point, but I do not have any luck or weird stat increases.
Can't wait to see what Meldog's thing happens when he uses luck.
Oh, I avoid all harm from an injury. My luck special is when you spend luck, you'll find something weird, maybe even useful.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what that is.
Yeah. Because I've lost so many of my weapons.
I want you to know I'm not doing it because I hate you. One of my moves as the GM is take away their shit.
Put a little more eloquently.
Well,
take some stank.
It says take away some of the hunter's stuff.
Or have them throw their nunchucks in the zoo.
Or lose their sword in a bush maze, or break their magic bands, or lose their batteries. Oh wait, no, you just chunked them all with a rhino.
Oh no, we have a backpack full of battery.
Oh Jesus Christ. What are they? Are they double A's or are they like...
They're double A's.
Okay. So
there we go.
So what are you thinking, Melvin? Are you a trust your gut or are you a no limits?
Trust my gut seems more up to me. I don't think no limits would fit my weird demeanor.
Okay. Yeah, I think I feel like that adequately goes with Meldog's whole shtick.
Because no limits sounds like Ben Stiller from Mystery Men, where he just gets angry and he's just like, he just adrenaline rushes, and it's like, no, that doesn't sound like me.
Like I'm picturing that as like a mom whose stroller got run over and she's able to lift the car. Kind of situation.
Yeah, like that fight or flight, like kind of adrenaline rush,
but
like burn your body out.
Meldog has no fight or flight.
He's getting more just fed up with shit. Is the problem.
Well, Klaus, good of you to join us. We're picking moves for alternative weird moves.
Oh, are we doing we're doing the new?
We're doing the
the expansion.
Yeah, we're doing the expansion a little bit. So go to your character sheet and look at your alternative weird moves. You'll be picking one of these in lieu of use magic. You've stated specifically that your divinity is not magically based.
Okay, is this the empath, illuminated, those things, the alternative weird moves?
It is.
Okay.
I would really recommend that you pick something that you think is in line with Klaus. I don't think we've seen him use telekinesis, so probably not a good one.
That would be sweet. The sleigh isn't actually magical. He can just use telekinesis to move it around. Angel Wings takes a whole new meaning when you think about it that way. Oh man, No Limits is that's tempting. That's really tempting.
That's kind of what I saw as probably your answer. But I didn't want to...
I mean, because it's no limits to the girth.
Under Illuminated, who are the Secret Masters?
When you tell
who's messing with my sheet?
Secret Masters.
Jerks.
Oh, that's me. Ask the Secret Masters for aid? I don't know who they are.
That's not the term for the Game Master, right? Like...
No, Secret Masters or somebody. Oh god, we got more things. We got the Wizard faction. We got the freaking Director guy.
The Wizard High
Oh,
Council.
we need more crap.
This
Melvin's very sensitive. We'll mark that. I'm so sensitive.
Hey Scott, what did you go with?
I don't get one.
He
Or
has
do
used
I?
magic. He has used magic. You are giving up use magic to pick one of these.
Oh, well, obviously, because Klaus doesn't believe in magic. He's not a Harry Potter type.
He's seen Flanagan cast fireballs and shit, and he doesn't believe in magic?
No. He's a conspiracy theorist.
He's like,
He thinks it's just fireworks
I'm
and coincidence.
absolutely thinking he's Mr. Satan now. It's all light shows and gimmicks and exploding
and
bodies.
screaming.
Well, that's
Lots
good.
of screaming.
I like that.
Weird science doesn't fit. Trust your gut is actually hilarious if it was literal.
I know that you would.
You're like, you paint a magic 8-ball on your gut and you shake it.
Well, don't forget, Klaus is his girth is covered in like scars and crap from all the harm you've done him. It's less jolly and more frightening to children now.
Have I done this to him, or has he done it to himself?
No, you definitely did it to him. Let's see.
What is past lives?
Reincarnation, MacGuffinish.
Are you in a long line of Santa Clauses?
Of course. Well,
Passed
he did
down
just
from
get like
generation.
imbued with the spirit of Saint Nicholas, right? So
He did.
I don't know, past lives.
Are you the Avatar now?
Yeah, he could be. When you open up your brain to the psychic environment, roll less weird. Oh God, sensitive.
I don't think that's you.
I don't know. I mean, that could kind of play into his paranoia about always reading into things, and then occasionally he's actually right.
Is that why he's so paranoid?
Yeah, it could be. He could have been right a couple times, and so. Let's see.
I feel like you are the melee. You are like you're the big heavy gun that rolls up into. You're not the heavy gun. You're the dumb gun. You're like the shotgun. You need to be up close and personal, and that's why
Well, that's why I picked the hammer. The hammer and the girth. I mean, an unbeatable combination. Well, okay. So here's something weird though about No Limits. Oh shoot! Can you guys still hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Sean,
never
you just
cut
went
out, so-
black for some reason.
Yeah, I hit reconnect, and I'm
Oh,
trying.
Okay.
I'm trying to get people's video back.
Yeah, I haven't been able to get Scott or Chris's to show up at all.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I can't see you guys. Okay, I'll do the same thing. But the No Limits thing. So Klaus's body is a divine weapon. So I don't know how he could push his body past its limits.
Because it's a divine weapon.
So he could lose his divinity.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying he just because his girth is his divine weapon in some cases doesn't mean his girth can help him lift a car or something.
Oh, yeah, okay. That makes sense. He could join the great Santa Clauses in the sky.
I really
Okay,
wish.
now I can't even see you, Sean. And Scott and Justin, you're not there.
I'm hitting that refresh button, and then I'm also clicking turning off it on my camera.
All right, I see Justin.
Let me reconnect.
What the hell
I
did
see
I do?
Scott.
Yeah, I don't see.
Yeah,
I only see you, Sean.
if you hover over your portrait and then hit the reconnect icon in the top right, that got me to show up.
I don't actually see a reconnect button on my little video
Huh.
thing.
You
Weird.
don't see it on your settings. You click the gear icon, scroll down to the settings.
Oh wait, you mean this reconnect? Reconnect and update setting.
I've never seen something. Oh yeah, reconnect to chat and update settings. There we. I see everyone now. Don't change anything. We're streaming, by the way. Hopefully it works this time, and I'm not a fucking
I
idiot.
can't see Scott and Justin. I don't know what the
I
deal
don't
is.
think Chris or Justin.
Oh gosh, this.
Well, Sean, if we're streaming and you can see us, I guess it's okay, right?
As long as
Yeah.
everyone can see me, I'm the
Yes.
most important.
That makes sense. Okay.
We'll probably just randomly pop in on each other at some point because of Roll20 video.
This is not brought to you by Roll20. This is brought to you by 3 Taverns Craft Brew Beer. Still, they're way
Oh.
better than Roll20 is.
I have a vanilla porter I need to go get.
It's also brought to you
Snapple.
by Snapple. That's a Melvin drink.
That is so a Melvin drink.
I just want peach Snapple. None of that.
I kind
So-
of feel like Melvin would like V8 Splash or something. like
Yeah,
that.
I could totally see that.
I only do Powerade Life Water. It gets
Ooh.
the hydration going.
Is that a real
Need
thing?
them electrolytes because it's what plants crave.
All right, last time on Dragon Ball Z, y'all were sent by Santa Claus to go hunt the Jack-O-Lantern King, and you appeared outside of Bodacious Boogie Boards because that's where you came from, right? You went from Bodacious Boogie Boards to the World Tree and then back. It's been about 8 hours worth of time at the World Tree, which puts you at about like 8 a.m. Earth time.
Luckily, Chad does not open Bodacious Boogie Boards until 9 a.m.
Wait, doesn't he have like a disarmed bomb and shit in this thing?
He
Like,
does
he
have
does.
the. It's still, yeah, it's in the back. We also need to return his laptop so he can do business because
No,
he
I think
uses
we left the laptop
Square.
there. It's connected to the
Oh
bomb.
no! Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's
'cause-
how you diffused it. Okay. Well, y'all have had no sleep.
Excellent.
You're running on fumes. You're at Bodacious Boogie Boards with a bomb and a laptop. Chad's gonna be here in an hour.
Oh, can we check? Does anybody have harm on them right now?
I do. I'm unstable.
Yeah, I think I have like 1 or 2 on me. Let me double check.
Okay, because I think Justin, I think yours should heal. If we're in unstable, I don't think they do.
I'll say this. It is not Halloween yet. So, take some days to rest. Maybe do some light scouting.
Can we go ahead and into the last time on Dragon Ball Z? Can we just throw a day of rest in there?
No, you
And
have
then move.
you have a bomb in Bodacious Boogie Boards. You've done this to yourselves.
All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get this bomb, put it back into sleigh, angel wings it back to base. Hopefully, we don't do anything bad.
Meldog, we have a problem with this. Scott and I. Oh shit, that's Scott. Oh, I looked at your name. Jeez. All right. Sorry, Flanagan.
What's
Okay.
that? What'd you call me?
Scout. He wants to scout.
It was by your name from the Time Wars.
Oh, I see.
Okay. So Flanagan, you and I can't go back to the regular Haven. We can't go
Probably not
back
be a
to
good idea, yeah.
the workshop. Where do we want to take the bomb?
If I remember correctly, a couple blocks from the mall is that abandoned sporting goods store that's been condemned due to the homeless population. If we want to risk it, we can use the old abandoned warehouse as a kind of base of operations because there won't be any technology because all that stuff has been removed, and it's a large space that we can hide everything in the back and kind of, build our own kind of like squad car thing and use like the loading and unloading bay to get this bomb in there, and I can, shred some skin on some old counters and stuff there.
Meldog, this is an awesome plan. A very oddly specific plan.
I mean, I don't know what year it is anymore. I'm so tired. I'm so tired.
All right, Flanagan, give us a hand and load this thing into the sleigh.
All right.
Klaus slaps his belly and rings the bell and writes his name on the nice list.
When you pull
And-
out the list, your name is already on the nice list.
Okay, well, I'm gonna scratch my name off of the nice list because I left it on there. And then rewrite it.
Okay. As you try to go scratch it out, it can't be erased. You can't scratch it out.
Klaus, what's taking so long?
However, the sleigh appears before you.
Is the sleigh the same, or has it gotten some sweet new like hot rod flames for becoming like the avatar of Kris Kringle?
It's extra clean right now. I'm sure Klaus will ruin that. And there are actually reindeer instead of like ghost triceratops or whatever.
Will you stop growling at me? Sorry, guys.
It's the reindeer.
Melvin.
They're angry.
Melvin looks at the reindeer. Is Rudolph there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Guys, I think this is the actual sleigh, not the mall one. This is like the say, look, there's Rudolph right over there with his nose so bright.
It lights up as you say that.
We're in the midst of Christmas legends, and I cannot express how happy I am right now.
Just load the bomb into my sleigh. I'm not sure what's going on.
All right, we're gonna put the bomb on some skateboards and wheel it out the front door.
The front door or the back door? You've been entering through the back door.
Oh, it's in the sleigh's in the alley. I don't think it can appear in the.
It can definitely
yeah.
appear on the front on the main road at 8 a.m.
No, I mean like in the store, right? The store's too small.
Yeah, the store is definitely too small.
Okay, yeah, it's just the back alley where we've been.
All right, so you roll up the giant herbicide bomb into the sleigh. It takes up most of the sleigh. You're gonna have to squeeze in very tightly to get. You're gonna have to be really snugly with each other to fit.
Melvin's like, I'm gonna actually hedge my bets, and I'll just take the bus back to the mall and meet you guys there. I have to also clean up this place because I don't want Chad to know that we just had a herbicide bomb inside of his shop for 14 hours.
Nonsense, Meldog. Klaus roughly grabs him around the shoulders. Go ride in my lap. Let's go, Flanagan.
Let's roll.
There's literally no pressure here. You teleport fine to. Is this the mall that's attached to the campus?
No, this is a couple of blocks away.
Okay,
Like
this is
there's like a
mall.
shopping center, but it's been it's one of those shopping centers that was like built in the 80s, and slowly the prices being in that shopping center has made everybody leave. So it's probably got like a Big Lots and then like 6 or 7 closed stores and maybe a mom and pop shop and then like a big outlet center that's been closed down and used as a Spirit Halloween.
Sure. So it's got like a Circuit City that turned into a Sports Authority that closed down.
Yeah, Sports Store, exactly what I was thinking.
All right.
Sports Authority and Circuit City are now canon. All right.
You appear at the loading dock of the Sports Authority, and you have a bomb. What do you do?
Klaus walks up and checks the lock, obviously, or sees if he can open the door.
It's got a padlock on it.
You know, we should just carry a pair of bolt cutters. We've had to break in a lot of places, really, lately.
You complain too much.
No, I'm being practical, Klaus.
Hey, Flanagan, you want to take care of this lock?
Sure. I'm gonna grab the lock. I'm gonna shock it.
You're gonna send electricity through a lock.
Yeah, to break the lock.
Is that how lightning works?
In this fantastic universe, it is.
It's magic.
In the landscape of my mind, it does.
I could just explode it. How would you like that?
That sounds fun. I like that. You could banish it. It's a spirit or curse, right?
Can I do that?
You can
Can you banish the lock?
You can banish a spirit or curse from a person. But no, if you want to like lightning damage it, I guess that could heat up the lock till it dissolves.
Wait, there's a better plan here. enchant, like curse the lock, and then banish.
You've also got communicate with something that you don't share a language with. You could try to tell it to unlock itself.
I'm gonna use my crowbar to open it up.
There we go.
As this discussion is happening, Melvin's just gonna, again, he's tired, he doesn't care anymore, and as they're like, well, we could do this, we could use magic, and he just kind of wedges the crowbar in and pops the lock.
You absolutely break the lock with your leverage against the door.
Well, open the door and start rolling the bomb in, I guess. Let's go, boys.
Not even a you're welcome or thank you. Got all right, yep. Meldog here to help and get ignored again.
That's
I
the
just
way we
wanna
like
sleep.
it, Meldog. That's the way we like it. I
So
appreciate you being a team player.
this lock is up a short, stubby flight of stairs, like 4 or 5 stairs, but there's a loading dock area, and it's a very narrow door. I don't know if you can get a bomb through it. You might have to go through the loading dock loading door.
Can I look to see if there's actual power in this place? Because I don't want to set off any like security alarms.
Sure, I thought you said there was no technology here, but okay.
Well, like there's not going to be. There's probably still power in the alarm system, but there isn't going to be like cash registers or surveillance equipment.
Sure, hopefully. Go ahead and hit the light switch.
All right, I find like the old power supply thing and just click.
Yeah. Well, you hit the light switch. If that doesn't go so good, we could go to the fuse box and try to figure something out. But
Yeah,
as you hit the light switch, the lights come on in the back warehouse area, the back of the Sports Authority.
Cool, we got power, my dudes.
Loading
let's-
dock door's not open. Let's go.
Yep. I press the button to open the loading dock.
It opens.
Let's grab the bomb and load it into the loading dock.
Okay, the bomb is in the loading dock.
I close the door. I also lock the door.
Hey, Meldog, how far away from civilization are we right now?
This is on the outskirts of town, kind of by the mall. There's a good chance if this thing kablooies, we might take out a Big Lots and a field. Maybe a couple of blocks worth of foliage.
Hey, Flanagan, do you think we should dispose of this bomb?
Yeah, we might be able to do that.
Hold on. We're going against a pumpkin monster, right? He's a
Just
plant,
King
right?
of the Jack-o'-lantern.
If we have to go against a pumpkin army, we want, heavy duty equipment. We can always re-rig this thing to, help us out.
I love the idea. Let's load it back into the sleigh. Why did we come to Sports Authority?
No. We're hiding it in the Sports Authority, and if we need it, we can go grab it with the sleigh. We don't want to carry the bomb with us all the time, right?
Meldog, would it not make more sense to put the bomb in our haven then? Not just unattended in a Sports Authority we easily broke into with a crowbar?
But here's the thing. We can't go to the haven. Because there's things there, right? You said that there's technology. I saw things there. They're gonna find you.
It's a good point. Okay, we're abandoning it.
You abandon
Klaus
the
leaves a
haven.
Christmas card with a picture of his ass.
So this takes it's about 8:30 a.m. It took y'all 30 minutes to unload, load. You've still not slept in probably what feels like days at this point.
Okay. I have a plan. Flanagan, hop in the sleigh. We need to get you to the hospital.
All right. I could use a refresh.
An IV and stitches and
Yeah.
an ibuprofen or maybe some morphine. Who knows?
Yeah.
So, okay, we all hop in Santa's sleigh, which doesn't look really weird around Halloween right now. And we go to the hospital.
Excellent. As you where do you appear in the hospital?
The emergency side out back where there's less people.
Okay, so you appear in the emergency lane right next to the door?
Exactly.
Like an ambulance?
Exactly.
Okay. as you pop into existence there, the door is automatic. It opens, and here you are at the emergency room. And at the corners of the door of the emergency room, you can see that they've started putting up Halloween decorations, tiny little pumpkins.
Nice. Okay, Klaus takes out his thing and tries to strike his name off the nice list to make the sleigh go away.
You cannot remove your name from the list, no matter how many times you do it, but the sleigh does disappear.
Klaus crumples the list and shoves it into his new Santa suit pocket. This is bullshit, and throws his hat on the ground.
Your hat falls to the ground and it immediately appears back on your head.
You doing all right there, Klaus? You seem to...
Leave me alone! He throws his hat on the ground again.
And it's back on his head.
All right, let's go, Flanagan. Let's get you checked out.
Okay.
Doctor, we have someone who is injured. Help us.
As you roll up to the emergency counter, there's not a doctor at the counter. They have secretaries and nurses for this kind of thing. I don't want to belittle nurse jobs. I am out of my depth here. But there is a secretary that says, license and insurance?
Yeah,
Flanagan, do you have your license?
just a second. Let me pull it out of my backpack.
All right, go ahead. Roll prepared. Is this a real ID or is this a fake ID?
Fake ID, of course.
Of course, we don't want to. I don't know if Flanagan has a real ID.
Where did it go? That's my playbook. Other playbook moves. Why does it do that? Why does it not just give me... Could have been worse. Enchanted. Not my fault.
I'm telling you, we're going to switch to Foundry like tomorrow. Because fuck this shit.
I gotta call my wife back.
Tell her no, you're playing Santa Claus.
There it is. Okay.
I'm so excited to see that. Ah, oh, dang it. It could have been at the Haven.
Like everything else.
I want everything to be there, so you have to go back.
They'd make me run in, go grab it, and come back.
All right, you pull out your ID. Who's this fake ID for?
It's a picture of me, but it says it's for Reginald Von Hammer.
Okay. You hand over your ID and your insurance card also? Is
yes.
The combo?
Yeah, that was everything in there. Yep.
She looks at them and says, he just said your name was Flanagan.
It's a nickname.
What the hell kind of nickname is Flanagan when your name is Reginald?
Yeah.
You never had one of those confusing mishaps where you know someone gives you the name of Flanagan out of a mistake and it just sticks, and then everybody in the company just calls you Flanagan.
Yeah, that's more or less what happened. I got introduced to this guy. We're good friends, but they introduced me as under the wrong name, and it just kind of stuck.
You should stick up for yourself, man. You should tell them what your real name is. They take your license and your insurance card and they start running it and it comes back fine. It's like, okay, well, as you can see, the waiting room is filled with tons and tons of people. We'll let you know when you can come back.
Got a ballpark estimate there for me?
No, we don't give estimates here.
All right, I'm going to manipulate this lady. I'm going to give her a card with a picture of my ass. That's the manipulation tactic.
Is that a manipulation tactic?
That is the manipulation tactic.
I feel like there are better manipulation tactics to get what you want here.
Fine. Klaus rips open his Santa costume and rubs his girth at the lady in a very sensual manner.
She cocks her head to the side like, what the fuck are you doing?
We don't believe in lines.
How do you typically skip ahead in the emergency room?
Rubbing your girth at a lady.
Is this a real question?
This is a real question.
You don't. You wait.
How bad are your injuries? They're obviously not life-threatening yet.
I am unstable.
All right, I'm gonna hit Flanagan in the knee with my hammer. Do you consent to this action, Scott?
Can I?
Can you consent to being hit with a hammer? Yes. You
Please
can
don't-
consent to-
Please don't hurt me.
I feel like
I'm
we
already
should.
hurt pretty bad.
I feel like we could fast forward through this a little bit.
I'm gonna sleep in the lobby.
Okay, Klaus is going to pretend to injure Flanagan's leg to make his injuries look worse.
As you peg him in the knee and he falls to the ground screaming, we do a little spinny mystery machine, and it's the next day. And
Okay.
I guess, Meldog, did you stay at the hospital the whole day?
I hung out in the lobby, took a nap.
Asleep.
I took a nap, had some coffee, normal things you do when someone is in the waiting room, waiting for someone to get better.
What about Klaus? What does he do in the waiting room?
Proceeded to hit on the nurse and then fell asleep from exhaustion.
All right. Well, they fix you up nice and good, Flanagan, and they wheel you out in the wheelchair the next day after doping you up on painkillers and restoring your health to full.
Hey.
Nice.
I don't know why I drugged this out. We should have just skipped ahead.
That's what I was waiting for. I was like, what the hell's gonna
It gave us an
happen?
opportunity to role play, and we failed.
I hit another character in the knee with a hammer. That's pretty good. Okay. All right, guys. Now that everybody's rested, Flanagan, you appear to be patched up and maybe a little high. You ready to go?
Yep.
Do we even know where this thing is gonna attack on? Is it even new All Hallows Eve? Is it Halloween itself? Are we gonna have collateral damage with children? Do we need to lure to a cornfield? What information do we have on this thing?
Let's see.
Flanagan?
Yeah.
Your phone buzzes.
Which one?
Oh, hey, I forgot to give you information.
The real one.
No, that got broken and thrown away. I don't have it.
Oh yeah, I broke it.
I thought you kept it with the broken screen.
Nope.
Well, I guess your phone doesn't buzz.
We should get him a burner.
Yeah, we should go to like a 7-Eleven and get some phones. But I don't know. Can I just ask my net friends and say, "Hey, what have you guys heard on the dark web about the Pumpkin King?"
Do you still have net friends?
Yeah? Were we supposed to remove it?
I ask because you have it, but you respect, and we kept certain moves, but we got rid of certain moves.
Oh, well, it's still here. Do we need to get rid of it?
Is it important to Klaus?
Nah, we'll get rid of it.
Okay.
Okay, I still have Contrary, Often Overlooked, and then the rest are divine moves.
Contrary, that's definitely Klaus. Often overlooked. How are you often overlooked?
Well,
Well, the whole idea is when Klaus acts all crazy, aka normal, to avoid something, he's regarded as unthreatening.
Okay, yeah. So when you do your ridiculous tantrum and shit yourself in an office. Gotcha, yeah. That's Klaus. All right. Well,
So net friends is gone.
since I can't pick on Flanagan, Meldog, is your phone busted?
nope. I have the latest iPhone, and it's in mint condition with my anime phone case on it.
All right. Well, as your phone buzzes and you get a notification from your, are you familiar with Google Home and Google Nest and all that crap?
Oh, yeah. I totally use all of the latest technology in my apartment.
Absolutely. And not just in your apartment, you helped set up your parents' Nest and Wi-Fi so you can monitor theirs as well because you're their IT guy. And you get a notification from their Nest account that says that glass is shattering.
Oh, holy moly. I gotta make a quick phone call really quick. It looks like there's a problem at my parents' house. I'm gonna dial up my dad, who should be working from home, and just ring 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 ring.
Meldog, is this another one of your fake emergencies?
No, this is a serious emergency. His nest went off, and he shouldn't be going through glass.
He also called you when he ran out of toilet paper. Let's not forget about that.
Crapping yourself is a serious problem, sir. I think I would have done the same.
I've done it several times. It's not that serious. Fine.
Well, if you like hygiene.
Klaus throws his Santa hat on the ground again.
And it appears back on his head.
All right, so
the phone rings for a long time before Melvin's dad answers. Like, son, oh God, son, there's a pumpkin monster attacking us.
hold on 1 second, Dad.
Hold on, I'm beating it back with the
movie?
broomstick. It keeps trying to steal your mom.
Lock yourself in the bathroom. We're on our way.
We're in the bathroom with it.
Boys, my parents
Oh
are
God,
being
he got my
attacked by a pumpkin.
phone. Ha 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 ha! Smash.
He said ha 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 smash.
Yes. All right, Meldog, let's go save your dad from his probably imagined emergency.
I pull out the pink gun and I take shotgun in the sleigh and I yell, "Let's roll!"
The sleigh that's been parked out in the emergency room for like a day.
It's got a bunch of tow stickers on it. It's got a bunch of tickets from the parking attendant.
It's got a boot.
Yes, it's got a boot.
Doesn't even work. It's just kind of like on in between like the different rails of the sleigh, but it's just on there.
Yep.
All right, let's go.
And someone's been feeding the reindeer.
Oh, that's so nice.
I have a question, Klaus. Have you been to Meldog's parents' house?
Yes,
Nope.
Klaus. Have you ever stalked me and gone to my parents' house?
Not with you, Meldog. Let's just say I know your mother pretty well.
You
Onward.
live Cynthia out of this.
I love it when we name characters.
Randall and Cynthia are my parents' names.
Well, Klaus, where do you know the house? Where do you appear? In the backyard, the front yard?
So Meldog's parents don't have a really nice house.
I don't know.
So
do
they have.
I don't want Klaus to decide what Meldog's parents' house is like. That sounds like a Meldog thing.
I'm not talking about the house. I don't care about what the house looks like. I'm saying for their carport, they have one of those like metal things over their car. And that's
It's a
where
town
the slate
home.
shows.
They're retired and they have a town home, and it has a carport. All right,
A very
It's
small
quaint.
carport, right?
Yes.
One that a Christmas sleigh with how many reindeer couldn't possibly fit on.
Partially fits.
So, like, half the reindeer are out on the street.
No, the sleigh's out on the street. The reindeer are in the driveway. Klaus isn't dumb here. Come on.
Okay, so you're blocking traffic with the sleigh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read a bad situation because we gotta figure out what's going on.
This is a bad situation. You should definitely read it.
Klaus is gonna gripe and say, "I bet his dumbass ate too much candy corn."
I think you get a hold one.
Yep, hold one. What's the best way in?
The best way in is probably the front door. As you look at the front door, it's wide open, and there is mashed pumpkins all around the doorway. and you know your parents' house. You know the back door. You would have to go to some pretty annoying effort to get around to the back of the house and get in. But if you want the quickest way in, it's through the front door.
What about the chimney?
It's a townhome, not a log cabin. There isn't a chimney.
Don't worry, we'll get you a house with a chimney someday, Klaus.
But today is not that day.
All right, men, we're going to go through the front door. The bathroom is on the first floor, past the kitchen, right by the living room. If there is a threat, we won't be able to flank it. We're just going to have to kind of rush in and body slam it if there is an actual pumpkin.
I like that plan. I think we should split up. Klaus goes to proceed.
Oh
to go in the
God,
back
it's
door.
having taken Cynthia.
So I'm gonna try to go in the back door, and I'll mark experience for that.
Okay. It's gonna take you a little while to get to the back door, so
Oh,
we'll go to where the action is for a minute. So Flanagan and Meldog, are y'all are running to the front door? Who's leading in? Who's going first?
I'm following behind Meldog on this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna kick down the front door and try not to slip on pumpkin guts.
The door is wide open already. You don't have to kick it down.
please
I was
tell me
hoping it would be
falls
crap.
down.
Okay, well it's hanging loosely on the door. You could still kick it if you want.
Awesome. I'm coming, Mama and Papa.
As you run onto the doorstop and kick the door, as soon as your foot steps onto the pumpkin goo, it gets stuck. You can't lift your foot.
I take my shoe off.
As you step out of your shoe and out of the pumpkin goo, your shoe stays where it was, and you're able to continue on. And you see your dad, or well, you tell me. Where do you go? Where you're going straight to the bathroom?
Yep. So the way the house is laid out is there's like kind of like the little foyer thing that leads into the kitchen, and then on the other side of the kitchen, kind of like on a right angle, is like the dining room / like living room area, and that's where the bathroom is. Yeah.
Okay, so you run through the kitchen, and you see your dad in like a crouching position with the broom right up to his face, and he's wide-eyed and terrified, and your mom is nowhere to be seen. Hey, God,
Father,
son,
where is it?
he got Cynthia. I don't know. I forgot what accent I used to begin with, but it was such a good one. He got Cynthia. I don't know what to do, son. I'll call the police.
No. We've got this. Where did he head off? Did he go outside the back, through the front?
He went out the back.
All right.
But
I'm going
he's-
to head towards the backyard.
And as you come out to the backyard, you see Klaus trying to hop the little stone wall fence thing and fall down on his ass.
I'm going to investigate a mystery. Does Klaus see this pumpkin lord leaving?
You're not going to investigate a mystery. As
Oh.
you peruse the situation, you can read a bad situation.
Oh, there we go. That's the one. Well, would I not see pumpkin residue? Oh! Cha-ching.
I think it gets you a hold too.
Yeah, that'd be a 2.
Okay. Well, what are your questions for read a bad situation?
Why do I have a current
Oh, no,
hold of
it's
3?
Read a bad situation is hold 3. For 10 plus.
All right. Oh, and I don't. What is the advanced one?
You don't have the advanced one, do you? Oh, that's the one you may ask
cool.
any question.
That's cool. Okay. What's the best way to protect the victims?
You see this tall, lanky Jack Skellington looking figure with a giant ass pumpkin for a head, and in his arms He has Cynthia held and bound by his very rail thin arms, and he's surrounded by tiny little pumpkins. And the best way to protect her is gonna be to get her away from him.
Okay. Are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
You've noticed the pumpkins. You've noticed Mr. Big Pumpkin Man. Uh,
Does he have any weapons or anything on him?
Or does he just have like long, sinewy vine arms kind of thing?
he has he looks very much like Jack Skellington from A Nightmare Before Christmas,
Just Pumpkin Jack Skellington.
but with a pumpkin head. And dangers you haven't noticed, you can see pumpkin goo oozing out of his mouth.
Immediately,
that's-
Flanagan is Meldog holding his weapon.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna lay a hand on it. And I'm gonna enchant it with fire magic.
Hold on.
Oh, Jesus.
We'll resolve that as soon as Klaus asks his third and final question.
Okay.
He had 3. Okay.
What's most vulnerable to me?
Most vulnerable to you?
It seems like it's like, how do you beat the bad guy, I guess? Does he have a
No.
weakness?
N-
Is that not what it's asking?
That's not what it's asking. What's most vulnerable to you? In this situation, there's in this situation, the pumpkin or the jack-o'-lantern king is surrounded by tiny little pumpkins on all sides. It doesn't appear that anyone is vulnerable to you right now. He's in a very strong defensive position.
Okay. Let's enchant and
Okay.
kick some ass.
Go ahead and
Klaus takes out his holiday hammer.
cast enchant weapon or use magic.
And I'm gonna do practitioner.
Okay. Remind me what that does.
Choose 2 of the use magic effects. Get +1 to use magic when choosing this. So I'm going to enchant the weapon with. Actually, can I do that?
I don't know if you can use. Does it say on combat magic specifically?
On use magic effects.
Okay.
So I don't know if I can combine that to enchant a weapon, since enchanting a weapon only gives
So a use magic effect.
+1 and plus magic. Oh well, if it gets a plus magic, I can give it an effect, right?
Right.
Okay, so I'll do that. I'll use practitioner, and I will give it. I'll get a fire missile, or yeah, fire missile.
Oh my god, yes. I love your character, Scott. He's my favorite.
Go ahead and roll use magic.
Oh
Yes.
hell yeah.
Yes!
Excellent. Are you gonna take this shot, Meldog?
I'm gonna take the shot.
He's holding your bomb real close.
I'm gonna take the shot.
You get +1 harm, and it's magical.
Oh, I can't wait to see if this tears your bomb to bits.
Key up.
You just got a freaking 12.
What's your extra effect?
What is the extra effect?
Have you
So
ever
it's under-
have you ever rolled a successful kick some ass? Is this the first one?
I think this is Meldog's first ass kicking that goes according to plan.
So you have +1 harm to your weapon currently, and it's fire magic, so it does.
It does blast and loud and crazy.
So since it's a fire missile, it is far, obvious, loud, and since you rolled +10, the fire also won't spread.
I think we just lost him. He rolled so well that he disconnected.
Ooh.
Oh no. That's terrible. Cliffhanger.
Why is your
Hmm?
Why is I don't know what Jeff is doing.
So So if it's plus magic, does it also get the harm of my magic, or what is that actually? What is the point of magically enhancing it if it doesn't give it any extra damage?
It gives it the effects, I believe. So by giving it fire, you give it the blast, the loud.
Okay.
Oh,
This one is
Justin's typing now.
specifically far, obvious, and loud. Oh,
While he's doing this, I'm gonna go grab a second beer.
okay.
Yeah, I'll grab one too. Oh my god. Scott, this is going so well.
Don't say that. Shit, now it's gonna go terribly.
Oh no. His internet just dropped off.
Oh no.
Oh no. Wait, he could call into Discord on his phone, right?
He can, yeah.
How would we do his rolls though?
We can click on his character sheet for stuff.
I'm gonna grab a beer. We might need it.
Yeah. All right.
Maybe Jeff will show up.
Yeah, maybe.
This time, the last enchantress.
Is that the cranberry?
Yep.
That's a good one. That was their very first beer that I had, actually.
It's
'Cause,
very good, but I think the
'cause
palm is better.
I bought this one because it was a cranberry sour. I gotta try this.
But it's one of their seasonal ones too.
Yeah. 1 year, 2 years ago, they ran it all year. Man, I bought a weighted blanket, man. I have been sleeping so well.
I just pile on more blankets.
This blanket is 16 pounds.
Jesus, it would suffocate me.
Well, it depends on how much you weigh, because you're supposed to go by 10% of your body weight, so 16 pounds is what it would be for me.
I could deal with it then.
Yeah. It was $100 for the blanket though.
I mean, if it's worth it, it's worth it. Sleeping is the most important thing you can invest in.
Yeah. Like I got a new box spring, I got a new mattress, I got new sheets, I got the weighted blanket, got a new memory foam pillow.
Are you back,
Really?
Justin?
Can you guys hear me?
We can hear
Yeah.
you.
Cool. Yeah. My entire internet went out. So
Did the router just die, or did it
I don't know. Like both Ashley's classes and all my stuff just went dead, and I'm trying to restart the router right now. I couldn't even.
Well, in the interim, we can click on rolls for you.
Well, he already rolled a success. Justin, you just
This
need
is
to pick
true.
an extra effect for your kick some ass move. Do you want me to read them off to you?
Yes, please.
You gain the advantage, take +1 forward, or give +1 forward to another hunter. You inflict terrible harm, +1 harm. You suffer less harm, -1 harm. You force them where you want them.
I'm gonna force him where I want him, right into Klaus.
Oh Jesus! You fire your shot, and it's so fucking precise with its fire magic blast behind it. You know the
Missile, not
fire
blast.
missile. You this thing has some recoil usually because it is a hunting rifle, but the recoil with the fire magic is so incredible it almost knocks it out of your hand. and the bullet. Oh, you're back in video now. Oh, now you're gone. Now you're back. Now you're
I'm
gone.
muting it just to save on bandwidth, just in case.
And it goes straight through the pumpkin head, blasting out a hole in the back. And as he loses grip on your mom, bounces off the fence in the back, and tumbles into Klaus, and vomits all over him.
Oh no.
Can Klaus swing his hammer at this
No.
guy?
No, you're gonna
Wait,
take
he
some-
tumbled into Klaus?
He-
Klaus is gonna girth him then.
Well, he's gonna get girth,
Obviously.
but he's gonna take some damage first because harm deals damage back, or kick some ass deals some damage back, and now you're in a position to take it. He vomits pumpkin goo all over you. Take 3 harm, and you are stuck in place with him right in front of you.
Oh no, that's not what I planned. Oh god, Klaus, are you okay?
Well, I'm trying to decide something here. Should I luck out of... screw it. Who needs that? Okay. Klaus is gonna do the obvious thing and use his...
I know what the obvious thing is to me, and it's very Gallagher.
Oh yeah. Swing that candy cane hammer.
Oh, wait. I get to avoid 1 harm. I get one
Armor,
one
right?
armor,
Oh,
so
that's
that's
good.
nice. It's okay, I take 2. Well, I'm deciding if it makes more sense while he's coming into the girth to hit him because there's momentum, or if it makes more sense to hammer him.
I mean, either way is momentum, right?
Okay, he's gonna do the obvious one. He's gonna Christmas hammer this stupid pumpkin.
A roll kicks some ass.
This one's almost worth using luck to make sure it works.
Do you really think you're gonna defeat the boss of Halloween 1 hour into the session?
Yes.
I can try. You know what? I want to try something. I want to use no limits with this attack.
Oh no.
Okay, talk to me how this would work functionally.
Well, Klaus is going to strain his body as hard as he can against the stuff and swing the hammer as hard as he can. And hopefully he is blessed by Saint Nick by not hurting himself.
Oh, I thought you said Satan for a second. I was like, what?
So on a 10 plus,
also
your
Satan.
body obeys your wills to the limits of physical possibility. See below. What's the limits of... Okay, I know what the limits of physical... Okay. So you are going... You're like Kaioken times 10 or something. You're
Yes.
charging your fireball kind of thing. Okay.
Yep.
So as he stumbles towards you, you flex out your hammer, or your hand with its hammer in hand, and roll no limits.
Oh, jeez. I hope this goes well. Okay, did you... Okay, you didn't do one forward, right?
No.
No, I should have. I wanted to position him so he was
it
like,
doesn't
right.
matter. I just did a 12.
Oh, hell yeah.
On a 10 plus, your body obeys. Your arm flexes, and the muscles just are super ripped for that moment. Go ahead and kick some ass.
Oh, I really
This
want
could go.
to work.
This could go so poorly.
Oh,
Oh, this could go so poorly.
oh. Well, you know what? For the sake of what we got, I'm just gonna convert that to a 12. I'll use luck.
Okay.
I just like the charge idea.
As you flex, you feel the power of Christmas and Christmas joy and Christmas spirit flow through your veins, and you smash the pumpkin, and the pumpkin goes everywhere. And underneath this pumpkin, you don't see anything, just a stick for a neck as the body falls to the ground and turns to ash. And then Santa Claus talks to you. You feel the light in your eyes as you look towards the heavens, fall to your knees, and you're in the Christmas space, standing before Saint Nick. And you get word your mission requires something difficult to be done.
Oh God, I forgot about my luck. Oh no. Oh shit.
You stand before Santa Claus. Ho, 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 my son, you've done good work. But he's not defeated. You can't defeat him this way. I need you to bring me his solid head when he comes back. And
Fair
then
enough.
you're
Klaus
back,
throws his hat on the ground.
and the hat reappears back on his head. And as it does, you're back in the backyard with the broken pumpkin at your feet, with the orders to recover his head unbroken.
Oh jeez. Is Cynthia okay? Melvin?
Mother, are you okay?
I'm fine, son.
I love you. Get back inside with Pop Pop, and we'll take it from here. And I, reload.
I don't like the pumpkins. They blew up the door. I don't want to step on them.
Get up to the second. Just
She's
jump.
surrounded by
You used to.
pumpkins.
I'm gonna protect someone.
How would you go about protecting her in this situation?
I'm gonna try to draw all aggro from these mini pumpkins onto me.
They don't appear to be moving or looking at. They don't have faces to look at you.
Okay.
You don't want to.
I'm gonna.
They blew up the door.
Mother, do they move or do they are they
the
just
door blew up and there was pumpkin everywhere.
okay? So they're explosive pumpkins.
Do pumpkins explode?
You said the door exploded and pumpkin.
Yes, but pumpkins don't
Flanagan,
explode.
let's just torch these stupid pumpkins. I'm over this.
But don't touch my mother, please, for the love of God, don't touch my mother.
Sounds good to me, Klaus.
She's surrounded by pumpkins that apparently explode, and you want to torch them.
That's what Klaus wants.
It's
So
your
she's stuck to
mom
the
now,
ground?
dog.
She's stuck to the ground.
She does not appear to be stuck. She
Oh.
is standing straight up in the middle of what appears to be a pumpkin patch of them. And there
Are
is
they,
a
like-
dense pumpkin patch.
Is there space? You know what? I'm gonna read a bad situation.
That's a good
That
idea.
seems like
This is a bad situation. Do you want... Oh, you're going to do it. Okay. Roll 1. No. What you get to ask one question.
what is the best way to protect the victims?
That is such a good question for this. She says the pumpkins explode. You've seen evidence of this. You need to get her away from them. That's obvious. Maybe she should climb over the fence that's behind her into the other yard and get away from them that way.
Flanagan, you and I will run onto the other side of the fence and try to help her climb up. She's not the best climber. She's geriatric.
I'm fine. I can climb just well.
No, mother.
And she's already climbing the fence.
I reach my hand out, just going, mother, no, mother.
And
Flanagan, you should assist her with lightning magic.
No.
Enhance your grip using static electricity.
and with
I'll
surprising
blow her hands off. That's what's gonna happen.
with surprising strength and grace, she jumps over the fence just by laying her hands on it and leaping. See, I'm fine.
God damn it, Mother. Mother, get in the house.
I want to investigate a mystery and see if there's a way to find the Pumpkin Lord's next location.
How would you even do that?
We're going to collect one of these exploding pumpkins and figure out if there's a way to track it. Because there's something special about them.
Okay, you want to pick up an explosive pumpkin and dissect it or something?
Yeah,
Do you have the skill to do this?
of course.
No. Klaus is not proven to be a biologist,
It would be more of a botanist.
botanist either. Who do you know that's a botanist?
Ooh, Cooking Mama. We could go see her.
That's a good idea.
All right. Can we... Flanagan,
about
what's
the,
the best way to transport an explosive pumpkin?
That's a good question.
Do you remember we dealt with the monster infectious tomatoes during the Time War?
Fucking
So how
course
could
you
we
did.
move a pumpkin?
Problem with the infectious tomatoes is that they were sentient, though.
That's a good point. Do we know these pumpkins aren't?
I mean, we could manipulate the tomatoes into moving because they were sentient creatures, but I don't know about these pumpkins.
Is this Attack of the Killer Tomatoes? Did you guys just literally do the movie Attack of the Killer Tomatoes? Did you use salt?
Meldog, shh, please.
Sorry.
Don't make fun of our shared history. I guess we could try shocking one and see if it does something, right?
I'm gonna I'm gonna hold up a finger and I'm just gonna jolt a little bit of one with that's not near any of the other ones. I don't want to create a chain reaction.
Okay. You want to... Well, they're all near each other. Do you want to pick one up and move it away and then try to detonate
Sure.
it?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Go ahead and pick up that pumpkin and act under pressure. As I try to reconnect to video chat over and over again. Okay. You can pick up this pumpkin and move it away from the others. Give me a second. I got a
Sure.
good one. I just want to phrase this correctly.
Okay, yeah.
You can do it, Flanagan.
Okay, yeah. You can pick it up and move it,
Okay.
but by doing so, you're going to turn your back on the rest of the pumpkins, exposing your flank.
Well, seeing that, I'm going to go into the assumption that seeing that I have not seen any indication of them doing anything, I'm going to do it.
Okay. Like, this fruit fly keeps flying around my desk, and I so badly want to kill it, but I keep missing it. It's super annoying. As I have Scott's video back. I don't have Chris's or Justin's. I think yours is off, Justin.
Yours was real frozen, but you had a frozen face of
Justin
looking
is
directly
back.
into the camera.
I got nothing for Chris. As you pick it up, and
I had Chris's until I refreshed. All right, I pick it up and
the as the group picks it, or as how do you pick it up from the stem or from underneath?
yeah, of course, yeah. I pick it up by the stem.
Okay, as you pick it up by the stem, you move a little ways away, and it's sitting in front of you, and you're looking at it, and the rest of the party is too because it's pumpkin. It's interesting, and it's like a flash of light behind you, and as you turn back around, there is something etched into all the pumpkins. It's almost like they've all been cut as you would have cut a pumpkin, and it's a circle with a crown cut out on it.
Circle with a crown, like okay, like crown emblem carved into the pumpkin.
Like a head with a crown on it.
Okay.
and then they start rolling towards you. What do you do?
Um, is
Sentient pumpkins, Flanagan!
did the one that I picked up do that as
It
well?
did not.
Okay. I'm going to shuffle away from the house towards the fence. Away from the house. Do they turn to follow me?
Towards Cynthia?
Which way did she go? Like, all right, so
She's
I need
on the other
I need
side of the
some-
fence.
Is there only one other side of the fence, or is this kind of there's
It's a townhouse, so there is, in this situation, there is the wooden, I mean, there's the stone fence that Klaus fumbled over.
Yeah.
There is open
This would be a
space
good
on
time
each
to draw.
side. Yeah, well, I'm not gonna draw like that.
Somebody drew the pumpkins. Do you see it? The orange circle at the ground?
I don't, but I do now.
I drew it.
Oh,
I drew
yeah.
it.
Beautiful. And there is a fence in the back that leads into the opposite townhouses on the other
Okay.
opposite side. And then on each side, left and right, there is a tall wooden privacy fence.
Sure. Okay. And I guess Cynthia went over the back.
She went over the metal fence. I don't think. Well, she might be incredibly athletic and she could hop that other fence like it's nothing. Who knows? But
But
she's
no,
a
I'm gonna-
frail old woman, right?
Is she a frail old woman?
Mel Dog, is your mom a frail old woman?
She, if I'm 30, she would probably be 60-ish, 50s, 60s. So not frail, but definitely getting up in age.
I'm really good at yoga.
She's not frail in Klaus's experience.
Is she
Quite
still just on the other side of
flexible.
the fence?
She's on the other side of the fence watching.
I'm gonna yell to her to clear away from the fence.
But I need to get back in the house. It's over the fence the other way.
Go around the townhouses. Go to the end of the block of townhouses and
That's
come
such
back.
a long walk.
Mother, I swear to God.
Townhouses only come in six building blocks. It's not that long of a block.
Klaus
I've already
takes
done
out
my cardio today.
Klaus takes out some batteries and throws them at her. Go, woman!
Fine. She casually strolls to the gate for the other house that's behind hers.
All right, I'm gonna work towards the back of the fence.
Okay, you're heading toward the chain link.
Yeah,
Okay, well they're rolling towards you.
excellent. I'm gonna climb over the chain link fence.
Okay. You climb over the chain link fence and they're rolling towards you faster. They run into
All
the
right.
fence and start rolling up the fence.
They start rolling up the fence.
Oh my god, yes.
It's Kanemaru Damacy just na 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 na.
I'm gonna back up further and I'm gonna let them all roll over the fence.
Okay, well you are back to back with Cynthia now.
She's that close to me?
Yeah. It's a small yard, it's a townhouse.
No, but I thought I was over the fence of the backyard,
Yeah, that's the fence she hopped over.
and she went to the end of the thing.
She went to the gate, and this is happening very quickly. So you are very close to Cynthia as you are stepping quickly away from these pumpkins.
Cynthia, get behind me. I'm gonna hold my hand out and I'm gonna blast fire the pumpkins.
Excellent.
Oh, Jesus.
Go ahead and use magic.
Can I do something quick while we're doing this? I want to go pick up Gideon and get Cooking Mama and bring them back.
You want to? Okay. Well, we can resolve that in a second. As you use your fire blast, loud, obvious, against dozens of pumpkins that presumably explode very loudly, obviously.
Allegedly.
Allegedly blasting like an explosion happens and everyone is thrown in all directions. Klaus and Meldog are thrown into Meldog's parents' house wall. Klaus, you go through the window and you're in the kitchen now. Flanagan and Cynthia are in the wall of the back neighbor's house, and there is a giant crater and no more fence in the backyard.
Well, I would say that's a great success, Flanagan. I yell out the window.
I just told a thumbs up.
Oh, God. I'm getting too old for this shit. Okay, I'm gonna summon the sleigh and go pick up Cooking Mama and
You're rather winded being thrown into the kitchen.
with my divine girth.
Yeah, it
I
bounced
want to
all
act
over the
under
place.
pressure and see if my divine girth broke my fall.
You landed on your gut, no problem. You didn't land on the knife on the counter, don't worry.
Should I act under pressure?
If you want to act under pressure to get up, you can.
No, I'll just get up the regular way.
As everyone stumbles up, Meldog, are you going to run off to check on your mom?
After getting dazed a little bit, I'm gonna look around, make sure we didn't accidentally blow up like a gas main in the backyard, and then go check on my mother.
All right. While you're running over there to your mother, Klaus has decided to abandon the situation and go bring some people here. Are you heading straight to Cooking Mama's house?
I'm gonna get Gideon first and then grab Cooking Mama. I
Well,
figure
what do
he
you know?
can
Gideon
convince
is
her.
at Cooking Mama's house.
Look
He could be.
at that.
How you like that?
You take your sleigh and you teleport to Cooking Mama's house, and you walk up to the door. What do? Do you ring the doorbell?
What do you want to watch?
I kick the door in, the obvious thing.
As you go to kick the door in, her new fancy installed Ring doorbell glows green and looks right
And-
at you.
And I kick the Ring doorbell and break it.
That's not suspicious at all.
No. So I'm gonna kick the door in.
Roll read a bad situation.
Yeah. Oh wait, where is that? Why do I not see it? Oh, I accidentally collapsed. Roll read a bad situation.
Read a bad situation.
An 8.
Hold one. What you got?
All right. Are there any dangers I haven't noticed?
As you kick open the door and destroy the doorbell, you notice pumpkin goo on the floor.
Jesus.
And you see Gideon unconscious in the corner.
Whoa.
All right. Well, I go grab Mr. Seaweed guy and try and wake him up. Slapping him a little bit.
You have
He's gonna gargle a bunch. Thick foam just comes like out of his face holes. He doesn't really have a nose anymore. It's just kind of a meaty pulp. It's like a thick froth. It just comes.
the froth has pumpkin seeds in it.
Does.
Oh my God! Not again. Klaus just picks him up and throws him over his shoulder and walks him outside. And then he's gonna set him in the sleigh and try to talk to him.
So let me preface this with Gideon. How did Helena get kidnapped by the Pumpkin King?
Oh, what the
Um,
oh.
How did he get kidnapped? by
How
the
did
pumpkin?
Helena? How did your girlfriend get kidnapped by the Pumpkin King?
How would Gideon know this? He's
He was
barely
there and knocked unconscious during the fight.
he's barely even like sentient anymore. He's pretty much just a fungus man.
What was
had
he
to
doing
know-
at Helena's house then?
He was there to feed. It was the instinct of going to Helena's house from all of those midnight rendezvous from before. It's like the zombies in Dawn of the Dead. They go to the mall. They don't know why they go to the mall. He was drawn to her hovel, or whatever it is, her bar.
I think this is my favorite character because he's so difficult to work with.
He doesn't know anything at this point. He's simply there to fulfill the most basic need to devour flesh.
All right.
Klaus does the obvious thing. He picks up a piece of pumpkin and sees if Gideon will eat it.
Gideon's nasal holes start working a little bit more intensely, and a giant maw opens up in the center of his face and just devours the pumpkin. It just explodes.
Good enough. All right. Klaus is going to walk inside and see if there is anything in the library in her house that can help us out. So maybe investigate a mystery.
Yeah, go ahead and investigate a mystery and we'll look at these books.
Got a 9. What do we got? Is that Batman? That's
Yeah,
awesome.
Batman. I was just about to say he's making an appearance tonight.
This is who we need in our life. We need
A
He's the
competent
hero we
superhero.
need.
So what do we get for a 9?
You get to ask one question from Investigate a Mystery.
Ooh. Where did it go?
As you investigate the library looking for where it went, you see the... you don't find a book on this, obviously. You don't find a book on where pumpkin paper go. You see a smear of goo lead down into the basement from the library.
Klaus is going to do the obvious thing and go jump in the sleigh and collect the rest of the tea.
You're going to abandon what might be Helena in the basement to go get the party?
Yes, that is exactly what's going down. So whoosh, we're back in 10 minutes.
Alright, well, you're back at the house. Or you're back in Meldog's front backyard. Meldog, have you made tea or coffee for your mom and your dad?
So the situation is Flanagan and I are standing in the kitchen and we're trying to explain to them to leave and to get to a safer place. But my parents, being parents, just keep lecturing me about needing to find a nice woman and not, spend all my time and money on frivolous things like those video games. And they keep thinking that Flanagan is someone of ill repute, and they keep trying to kick him out even though he's trying to help. I don't know what he's doing, but that's just the scene of them like, now, honey, I understand that you're in your 30s now, but I want a grandkid. Your brother get us a grandkid. Melvin, come on.
What's
Lucy
Melvin's
down the
brother's
street.
name?
Joshua.
Okay.
And that's the way it must be said.
Just making sure we have fun characters to pull in later on.
Sorry, Klaus breaks in and says, "Hello, Melvin and Melvin's parents.
Klaus, what are you doing here?
I'm here to introduce you to Melvin's girlfriend. Let's all get in my sleigh."
No, they are not.
Really?
They are not coming.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to meet her. Let's go. And she stomps right out to the sleigh. She knows all about it from y'all's rendezvous during the Time War.
I don't have a girlfriend.
Flanagan, get in the sleigh. We need to go.
Let's go, honey. No, honey. Actually, honey, you stay here. I'm fine. I can handle this. Go build the house back together. Go put the door back.
Is she telling me that?
She's telling Randall that.
Oh, okay, I got confused. I'm like,
I
what
need
is
to
my mom
meet your
telling me
girlfriend,
that?
Melvin. Come on, let's go.
Mother, there is no girlfriend. She is lying. You need to get out of the sleigh. Get out of the sleigh.
Klaus has never told me any lies. I trust him completely.
Sweet Jesus. Alright, I'm just gonna get in the sleigh and just glare daggers at Klaus the entire time.
Klaus picks up, what's his name? Randall, and carries him to the sleigh.
Wait, no, I'm not going with you. The house is in shambles. I have to put the walls back on.
Klaus proceeds to spank Randall. Shut up! We're going!
He fights the whole time. But you're in the sleigh with him. You outweigh him and overpower him into the sleigh.
Sidebar, Chris, did you just make my parents Time War swingers?
No, only your mom. And I didn't do that. Sean threw that in there. We'll see if it's canon. We'll see. Okay, is Flanagan in the sleigh?
Of course.
Okay. Alright, we're going to Cooking Mama's place. We all go.
I'm literally over here crying. This is...
Well, I just had my parents shanghaied for me, and now they're Time War swingers, and it's canon.
Only your mom. I haven't done anything to your dad yet.
Okay. Guys, I think the Pumpkin Queen or whatever is downstairs. Let's go into Cooking Mama's
Going to
house.
Pumpkin Queen? What are you talking about?
That's what we call Melvin's girlfriend. You guys have to stay outside
Oh,
this.
really?
Get ready.
Is she a botanist?
Of sorts.
Great. Bring her out here. I would love to meet her. Wouldn't we, Randall? Sure.
Roleplay with yourself. Hey Jeff, we're back at Cooking Mama's house with everybody in the sleigh. And
Who is
both
Cooking
of
Mama
Melvin's
again?
parents. That's your girlfriend. What's her name?
Helena.
Helena. Klaus just called her.
That was what Gideon said in character, but you couldn't understand because it came out as a gargle.
Oh, who is this fine gentleman?
I just grab a hold of his seaweed and say, "Let's go."
You're not
Is
questioning
that
the
what,
fact
is
that
that what
he's...
your mother said? Your mother said that
Yes.
when Gideon entered the room. She must not have her glasses on.
She doesn't. They were broken in the explosion.
Oh, Jesus. Can we go into the house, please?
I hate my parents so much, I'm just gonna leave.
Leave them to
Klaus
die.
throws his hat down. Let's go!
The hat appears back on your head.
He proceeds to walk up to the door and hit it with the hammer really hard.
It flies off the hinges, and the broken Ring doorbell, you could see the cracks in it light up green as you and Flanagan walk in.
Well, Klaus does the obvious thing. He smashes the Ring doorbell with the hammer.
It falls off the wall into pieces.
I could have just unglued it. Like, it has an attachment, Klaus. We don't have to destroy everybody's property where we go. We can do a little bit of tact.
Klaus
you
takes the
destroyed my-
hammer and hits a hole in the wall as Melvin's talking.
You don't have to destroy this house like you destroyed my parents' marriage, all right? We'll talk about this later.
I'm going to tell you one thing, Melvin, and just think on this. I could be your father. Let's go! Flanagan, can you lead the way? You probably have the best magic out of all of us to deal with this bullshit.
I have a question.
I think they're
first.
downstairs.
I have a question first. How old is Klaus?
It's details. We'll get into it
No,
later.
no, it's an important detail. I'm curious how much time travel was involved in Melvin's possible existence.
Klaus is 24 and a half.
Well, that's after we went through the first segment of the Time War. You see, it kind of screws with your age, and you kind of age up, and we aged up and we aged down. That's why Flanagan looks like he's 60 years old, but he's really not.
Flanagan's actually 9.
I started the Great Time Wars, and I was barely 6.
Oh my god. Did we decide to go to the basement? Or is Klaus still destroying things?
You're in front of the basement door in Helena's house. What do you do?
I'm gonna look for her liquor cabinet and see if I can find some very high quality vodka and some rags.
That'll be in the kitchen. If you would like to go off on your own, you can do that.
Yep.
Wait, I'm gonna follow you, Mel Dog. Don't wait. I'm coming with you.
with fire and pure hatred in my eyes, I turn to you. Flanagan, we're friends. I trust you with my life. I'm gonna burn that fucker down.
No, you can burn it down all you want. In fact, you can use my magic. I just don't want us to get separated.
Oh,
So
yeah,
as,
cool.
As Meldog and Flanagan are walking back to the kitchen, what is Klaus doing on his own?
The obvious thing, he goes back to Cooking Mama's library and starts stealing books.
I thought you were going to the basement. Nope, you're
No.
just gonna steal books. Where are you gonna put them?
In his pants, where he always puts stolen items.
Okay, you start shoving random books into your pants.
Alright, and then I'm going to proceed to the kitchen where the rest of the party is, with Gideon over my shoulder.
As you drag Gideon into the kitchen, and Meldog is rummaging through the cabinets, he finds some really good, like, ancient barrel-aged scotch. That's a thing, right?
Yes.
And that would be the best liquor in the place.
But it's not flammable. Like, barely scotch isn't.
Is it not flammable? You find
No,
that
it's
No,
like-
you gotta be above 50.
We want Everclear. That's what we want.
you find some
We want
Everclear.
vodka.
You find Everclear.
All right.
Excellent.
Straight grain alcohol.
I take a swig. I hand it over to Flanagan, and I'm like, "Meh."
And Flanagan looks back and goes, "Yeah."
All right.
Klaus
Gotta-
gets really close to Melvin. One other thing I didn't tell you. Flanagan could also be your father.
I spit out the vodka
I
right
look- I
into
look-
his face.
I look over at Flanagan, or I look over at Meldog, and I'm like,
I have a question, Meldog. Do you have a
Yeah.
resemblance to Flanagan, Klaus, and Randall?
Are either one of them a redhead?
Nope.
Klaus, are you a redhead?
No, let's just say not on his head. He does have a lot of red hair, but it's just not visible.
It's candy cane, colors down in the
Klaus,
lower
you gotta
area.
stop dyeing it down there. That's not good for you.
It's candy cane color down in the candy cane land.
Exactly.
Candy cane forest.
Oh, God. Okay.
No, yeah, he does not have a resemblance at all.
He has you've swigged and you've spit booze all over Klaus. What do you do now?
I put a rag in it and put a bundle for my my lighter. I'm like, let's go to the basement.
Klaus grabs the ancient scotch and puts it in his pants.
Okay. As you go down into the basement, there is pumpkin goo everywhere. And as you get down into the basement, there appears to be a stone. The floor is made of stone, and it has a giant circle etched into it with what appears to be chalk into an interesting looking pattern.
That looks like alchemy.
How would Melvin know that?
He's seen Full Metal Alchemist. That makes sense.
Oh, I guess.
Equivalent exchange, and he pulls out his wallet, and it's one of those dorky ass chain wallets with like the philosopher's symbol on it.
That's my favorite. Oh. Klaus rummages through the books in his pants to investigate a mystery and see if any of those have the symbol in there.
Sure. Roll investigate a mystery.
Exactly where that was going.
Ask one question.
What was it going to do?
As you pore over these ancient tomes that are clearly cooking books that are made to look like cooking books but are actually books about magic and alchemy, you find a section on mixing the perfect salad, which is easily decipherable, to setting up gateways, magical gateways between places.
Through salad magic?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Several alchemy books disguised.
You're adding all of this shit to your inventory.
This is going to be one of those things where you're going to forget I have something.
As long as I forget you have something and then you bring it back, like, I'm fine with that. But if we both forget you have something and you've got the answer for like 5 sessions and you don't use it, I'm gonna be upset.
Okay, I pull Flanagan to my side. Flanagan, I think this is the same symbol. It looks like a portal. What do you think?
Looks to be that way to me.
Do you have any idea how to activate this type of stuff?
I think I had a book on that in my backpack.
I think you might have some magic on that, actually. You might actually know magic on how to do that. Before we go and ask if you're preparedness or not. Let's
Which
see
is
if we-
probably back at home.
I mean, what I can always do is I can always lay my hands down on it and just infuse some magic into it and see if it activates that way, because that's sometimes how those kind of things work.
maybe.
So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna lay my hands down and infuse lightning and fire magic into the circle.
Okay. Roll use magic. And I think the effect is... Well, let's see how you roll. It doesn't matter what the effect is. You, as you lay your hands down and you shoot fire in one direction and lightning in the other, it fills in all the lines, and they all come aglow with this soft humming sound coming from the floor.
Oh God, are we summoning Satan?
Klaus
Motherfucker.
whispers, Satanus.
As you ask that, you hear your mom, "Honey, did you say your girlfriend's name is Satan?"
No, her name's Satin. She's a stripper. And go back into the car.
Cynthia, come down here, please.
Did they leave Cynthia alone with Gideon?
No, Gideon's been on my shoulder the whole time.
Oh, okay.
He can't be trusted around people.
He's just gargling incoherently on your shoulder, and you're like patting him. It's like, it's okay, Gideon. Don't worry.
I'm burping the baby. The seaweed baby.
Goo goo gaga.
Spits up a
So,
little bit.
Flanagan, what did you do?
Just infuse some magic into it. It's very simple, glyph magic. Well, I mean, simple for me.
I like you more and more the longer we hang out, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. How do we use this thing?
That's a good question. Flanagan takes a step into the circle.
As he steps into the portal, it's almost like his ankle is grabbed from underneath him, and he is pulled to the ceiling into nothing, and he is gone.
So do we just see him vanish, or does he just kind of like fly off?
He flew off and then vanished right before he hit the ceiling.
Meldog, you know what to do. Get your gun out.
Bonsai, and I jump in.
What about your Molotov cocktail?
I still got in one, and then
You
yeah.
have the Molotov in one hand and the rifle in the other, and you hop in.
He's ready to go. I jump in with Gideon over my shoulder.
You all appear in a what appears to be a dark, dingy basement.
I closed the tab by accident.
No.
Flanagan has left us forever.
He's gone. That's how it is. Roll up a
Wow,
new
I can
character.
actually see everybody now. That's awesome.
Yay!
I can
Fade
see
out of-
everybody except Justin.
I can see everyone.
I can
It's
see
you,
everyone.
Chris.
This is a Chris.
And my audio has only dropped one time since that I'm aware of anyway.
Okay, so where are we?
You're in a basement somewhere.
Oh, this is the perfect time! Klaus reaches into his pants and pulls out handfuls of keychain flashlights and turns them on.
That's right. He did take them from the Hobotown bar or cafe that we were at.
He got him from the zoo.
The zoo.
Oh, the zoo. Okay.
You pull out
The
these
time is
weak-ass
now.
lights, and you have to hold 5 in each hand to be able to shine any amount of light in this cave.
I'm
Or
gonna
this-
I'm gonna touch him by the handful and infuse lightning magic into him to enhance
Go
the
ahead and
flashlight.
go ahead and roll use magic for that one.
Come on, just
It's a
put too
good
much
thing I've
juice.
only got 5 in each hand. Yes!
Man,
Yeah.
that's no fun. Okay. As you touch, Klaus is holding a bunch in each hand, and you put your finger underneath, and then you touch both ends of all of the flashlights in both his hands, and it blasts light everywhere, illuminating the room. And you see pumpkin goo dragged across the floor and up a set of wooden stairs into a room above. And you see the glyphs of what appears to be another portal circle in the floor where you just were, but it is deactivated on this end.
Good. My parents can't follow with
Oh.
any help. A certain clause, and I look right at Klaus.
Let me rephrase. You can't go back to where you came from here. You don't know that they can't follow you.
Damn it!
Klaus pats Melvin on the shoulder. It's okay, my long-lost child.
I am not your son, and when we are through, I am getting a DNA test. I am upset with you. We were friends.
We
And you-
are friends, my son.
No, friends don't fuck each other's mom, no matter what part of the time. This is
Would it make you feel better if you weren't around yet, Meldog?
I.
He might have been. It was the Time War.
Could have gone to any time whore in the time war, but you had to go to my mom.
Cynthia the Time Whore. That's Melvin's mom. It's canon.
Doing tricks through time and space.
You know what the scene is lacking? A sudden humming is happening outside or on the portal as Cynthia appears right next to you. Oh, it worked.
Right as I'm saying, my mom is not a time whore.
God. Cynthia, we have to follow this trail of slime, and it'll lead us right to
The pumpkin?
your son's
It looks like pumpkin goo.
girlfriend. No, it's your son's girlfriend.
You just blew up pumpkins at the house, and you're following pumpkin. I'm not an idiot.
Yes,
You're
you are,
thinking
mother.
about this too much.
Think about this too much. Are you thinking about it at all?
Let's go! Klaus rips his shirt and then pulls out his hammer and proceeds to charge in the direction of the pumpkin goo.
As you follow the pumpkin goo up the stairs into the room above, the light comes on above you as you lift open the hatch, and the hatch appears to be very solid and heavy. And as you lift it up and push it aside, you realize you're coming through a hidden door, and you find the most remarkable thing. You're in your haven at the World Tree.
Huh.
Good to be home. Let's go.
Through a hidden door. What do you do?
Why is there a backdoor portal to Helena's house from your haven, Klaus? What are you not telling us?
It's a long story. I prefer not to get into it. It would hurt Gideon's. I wouldn't call them feelings. Like seaweed
Feelers?
essence.
His feelers.
But it was there when I got the place, I swear, Flanagan.
What do
Nope.
you do?
Oh, I need to plug in my laptop. There we go.
Where does the pumpkin goo is everywhere?
It leads right out the door
Like into Shantytown?
into Shantytown, into Gnome Shantytown.
Oh boy, the gnomes are gonna have a day. I tell you what.
Might get to kill some more gnomes.
Cynthia, will you go upstairs and wait in my bedroom?
No, I'm not like that anymore.
Anymore?
Klaus picks her up and takes her upstairs
She
and locks her in the bedroom.
she is hitting your head the whole time, trying to like jab out your eye with her fingernails. And she has fake fingernails.
He's got like the gaudy, like
Yes.
what is it, Peggy Bundy, like overly long nails and like the poofy hair.
Absolutely.
It's for your own good. As I
No,
slam
I'm
the door.
coming with. As the door slammed in her
Swear
face.
to God, Mom.
I swear to God, Mom, you are the most insufferable person right now. You're not worried about the fact that you got kidnapped by a pumpkin. Your house has exploded. Dad's in another dimension. We're in another dimension, and you want to come follow us. Just stay here in the safe place. I swear to God,
I can't hear you
locks-
through the
I'm
door,
gonna
honey. I can't hear you through the door.
Manipulate someone. I'm gonna try to manipulate her to stay.
Are you going to manipulate her through the door when she says she can't hear you?
And
I'm gonna
the
kick
door's
down
locked.
the door and I'm gonna yell at her.
Okay, so
Okay, I want to see Meldog's feat of strength.
so Klaus has shut the door and locked it, keeping her here, but you want to kick the door down to intimidate her.
Just to be
Yeah.
like, I am done with this. You're staying here. No more of this. I'm following, honey, to meet your girlfriend. Crap. I'm done.
Okay, go ahead and kick the door down and roll manipulate someone.
So-
Let me see what this means. On a 7 and 9, they'll do it, but only if you do something right now to show them that you mean it.
I just kicked down a door
You
and
gotta
I'm
show
holding
'em.
a Molotov cocktail.
Just fire
And
a
a-
shot into the air.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
what
gonna
Kruger
cowboy
needs to do.
desk pop.
Are you gonna fire a shot in the air?
Yeah.
Okay. As you fire off a shot into the ceiling of Klaus's haven, you realize you're gonna still enchant it with fire magic.
Uh-oh.
And it's like an explosion where the gun just kicks out of your hand and clatters down the stairs as the shot busts through the ceiling and flies into the air and explodes like a firework, letting everyone know exactly where you are.
Mother, you're staying. Do you understand?
Can I at least have a book to read?
No.
Klaus grabs one of the random books out of his pants and throws it to her.
I'm sure nothing terrible will come from that. Fine. And she takes the book and sits at the foot of the bed reading it.
I'm always here for you, Cynthia.
Get out!
You don't want to leave Gideon to keep her company?
Not him either.
Okay, I guess let's
It's
go.
reading time.
50 Shades of Spores, Chapter 1.
Hey Flanagan, do you have any idea of how we could get one of these pumpkin heads in one piece?
My magic is very explodey, so it won't be very helpful in that. We could rig up a system of traps, maybe.
We know how we could lure it into a place. That's the first question, and then we can
Yeah.
work from.
I think I have a plan. Hey Gideon, gargle twice. I think if we feed pumpkins to you continuously, he will probably come after you.
He gargles.
We need to go find some pumpkins, guys. Let's go to the street. So I guess I go out the front door.
Okay. As you grow out the front door, you can see that the pumpkin goo that was leading outside the door has been kicked up in the dirt path all around and is an impossible trail to follow at this point. What do you do?
I set Gideon on the ground and tell him sick it to see if he can eat all of it up to where the trail continues.
Yeah, the froth has cleared out of his sinuses at this point, so now they're pretty clear. So he starts sniffing madly and snaking along the ground, following the path.
Go ahead and act under pressure to sniff out this jack-o'-lantern king.
Fail.
Do you level up? Get your experience.
Do you level up with 3 XP? 2 plus the one you just got. I ask because I don't think we did end of session XP for you last time.
Oh,
No.
that's true.
So I
You're
level
supposed
up.
to-
I don't know, do you?
Yeah,
Yes.
5.
Alright,
Sweet.
why don't you...
So I reset that, right? Back to 1.
Yep,
So you're up.
why don't you take a stat bonus or a new monstrous move or whatever it is you get. I hope it's something to hunt things with.
Let's see. Monstrous moves. I'm going to do...
Do you want to take a minute to think about it?
Could I do shapeshifter?
I mean, you could turn your vines and spore mushroom yourself into just about anything, probably.
All right, I'm going to do that.
Okay. As you go to sniff up, you end up snorting some pumpkin seeds again, and you feel this new power infused in you, and now you can shapeshift. But as you snort up these seeds, you hear an explosion in the distance, and you see the giant sign for the spotted mushroom come crashing to the ground.
That's a good thing.
Did you catch that, Chris?
No.
An explosion into the distance, and the giant sign from the spotted mushroom is crashing to the ground.
Well, that's shitty. That's my favorite burlesque club.
Was your favorite.
It's only the sign. I'm sure the dingy, drab interior is fine.
I'm sure it's fine. Cynthia opens a window and says, "What was that?"
Nothing, mother.
Oh my god.
It was practice for the fireworks show for your birthday.
You already did that.
Flanagan
Not
is just face palming
here.
over in the corner. Fucking Cynthia.
No, I am done.
I guess let's go investigate the explosion.
I'm gonna pick up my gun just in case.
How attached are you to your mom, Meldog?
Can magic bring her back to life at any point if I regret it?
Don't go in there.
I do have a magic sword.
But isn't that like the sort of pacifism?
And I
Anyways,
have
let's go to
these
spotted mushroom.
hands.
These big strong hands.
So you're heading off to the spotted mushroom, or you're going to kill Cynthia?
Spotted mushroom because
We'll go
Cynthia
to
is my
spotted
mother
Alex,
and murder's bad. Actually.
As you walk down the alleys to the spotted mushroom, the street in front of the spotted mushroom is filled with pumpkins and what appears to be a hastily drawn etching into the ground. The pumpkins surround the etching in the ground in a way that is of a defensive formation. What do you do?
I light my Molotov cocktail and throw it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Go ahead and act under pressure.
What is the pressure here for pumpkins? that don't-
The pressure is going to be the expanding pressure from the crater you're about to create on the ground.
Oh, great.
Success.
If you can throw this Molotov cocktail and it'll go boom, but you're all gonna go flying. Do you want to still do it?
All right. I'm gonna look to the left, look to my right, and look to wherever everybody else is standing, and I just kind of go, Do you all agree?
Flanagan holds his hand up and enchants the Molotov cocktail with a little bit of extra oomph.
Go ahead and use magic.
And Klaus is going to pat Melvin on the back to help him throw the cocktail and encourage it. So can I roll?
It is now a magical Molotov cocktail.
Is it a fire magical Molotov?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Can I roll help out?
If you help out, it's not going to change anything.
I still want to help him.
Okay, go ahead.
Because what could go worse?
Go ahead and mark XP. Do you level up, Klaus? I think you failed a couple times today, haven't you?
I failed once, but then I lucked out of the other one.
We're gonna resolve this 3. Don't you worry. Meldog, you've got this extra fire Molotov bomb in your hand, and you chunk it towards the pumpkins, and it goes off, spreading fire everywhere, and you hear this whining sound, and then a massive explosion blows a crater in the ground in front of the spotted mushroom. And as the pressure goes outward, all of the buildings in the immediate vicinity of the Molotov pumpkin boom are flattened, and y'all are thrown in all directions. And Klaus, you poor fool, you are thrown so far. I just don't even know what to do with you.
Before the explosion hits, I throw the Molotov cocktail. I see it catch the pumpkins on fire. I turn and I try to say something witty like, "Looks like that's the Jack's last Lent," and then like the explosion picks us up off our feet.
And you all, yep, that's exactly what happens. You all go flying, except Klaus goes flying through two more buildings. He's a little more aerodynamic than the rest of you because of the way he was standing. Go ahead and mark 2 harm for flying through metal walls, Klaus.
He is a wrecking ball.
Oh, it's so worth it.
And as you're laid out in this room that you've flown into through a metal wall, you look up and you see a bunch of gnomes looking down on you, Klaus.
So I have a question. If my body is a divine weapon, does that do any extra damage to the buildings as I'm flying through them with my girth?
Yeah, every time it hits something metal, you hear jingle bells.
I love it.
Each impact's a new note, so it's like thunk, 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 thunk.
Mousepad head.
Well, I'm going to do the obvious thing. Laying on my back, facing all the gnomes, I'm going to try to lay on hands myself to heal myself.
Okay. As you lay your hands on your mighty girth and let the Christmas spirit flow forth, roll lay on hands.
Oh, this is going to be great. Level up, baby. Oh!
Go ahead and heal 2 harm.
All right. Oh, no! Does that also cure... Oh, no. Never mind. It's just harm.
It says disease also, but you're not currently afflicted with anything other than lust for something.
It says or. Yeah, it says or disease. I guess I still technically have a slight addiction to the werewolf juice.
Oh, you do, don't you? Something will
Well,
have to
maybe.
resolve. We'll see.
Skooma.
It's werewolf
Skooma.
skooma.
Oh. Okay, well, Klaus is going to saunter his large, girthy ass back to wherever the rest of the party is.
No, you're not. As you stand up and you tower over the gnomes, they all pull out sticks. And they start beating on you.
Klaus is going to do the obvious thing. He's gonna take his hammer out and windmill at the gnome.
Go ahead and kick some ass. Oh, sorry, never mind. Act under pressure. You can windmill all you want dealing with these gnomes in the way they are dealt with when you windmill a gnome with a hammer of thunder. But it's going to draw some unwanted attention.
I am totally fine with that.
Okay.
I also want to use crazy eyes while I'm windmilling. It doesn't do anything, but I just wanna
As
look
you
at
swing
the
your
face.
hammer around like a windmill, you see necks crack, bones break, gnomes thrown into walls and splat like melons. Is that Klaus's first kill in this entire session? Or like in the entire game?
Is
No,
Gideon still
he
with
killed
Klaus?
he killed the gnome to save him, and then the gnome got resurrected. So
Okay,
it's
so
more than
okay, so he just deals with a bunch of gnomes as they bounce against the wall, and there's thunder sparking off the hammer, and it rings into the walls and lets off a Christmas jingle outside. What do you do?
Is Gideon still with Klaus?
Gideon is
You-
at the crater.
well, he was draped over my shoulder. He got thrown away. Oh no, wait! He sniffed the ground. That's right.
Yeah, that's right. Dang.
Hmm.
Are you going to rejoin the group, Klaus?
So I killed all of the.
You killed 6 gnomes. Go ahead and etch them into your belt or your arm or whatever it is you do, you psychopath.
Okay, I'm gonna write all of the dead gnomes on the naughty list.
Okay. They all have dog tags with their names. What are their names? Klaus.
Uh, they're going to be sleepy, grumpy,
Those are dwarves.
happy. No, these are gnomes. Happy, dumb,
Happy
Dumber.
and dumb and dumber.
We don't know anything better, for we are gnomes.
and then the last one's going to be named Mold Dog.
Moldog?
Yes.
Okay. As you're writing the names on the list, the rest of the party is standing around a crater.
All right, I'm gonna rejoin the
And
rest of
no
the party.
pumpkins. Oh, we'll get to you in a second, Klaus. Don't you worry. And what appears to be another transcribed glyph thing in the middle of all of it that is undamaged.
I get up, dust myself off, and I go,
Mission complete. Did we win?
I'm gonna investigate a mystery.
As you look down at the carnage, you ask what the biggest threat is, and it's you.
Is it him?
It's a combination of all of you. You are the biggest threats to yourselves.
So I'm like, we can clearly do some more damage here.
I would say that I don't think there's a mystery to investigate here. Like, you created an explosion that you know what happened. You know what the glyph is because it's similar to the other glyph. The spotted mushroom is not a spotted mushroom anymore. It's
It's a spot.
It's a spot. It's just flattened.
Well, boys, guess we have to go through this Brunic portal then. I thought we killed it. Sorry, Finnegan.
It's okay.
What does the party do?
I think I just called you Finnegan instead of
You did. It's okay. We're all a little bit deaf from the humongous explosions.
Deaf and concussed.
Can you open this bad boy up?
What am I opening up?
portal.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do my magic thing and reactivate the portal.
Go ahead and use magic. Man, I want a glitch. Can I get a glitch up in here?
Well, Klaus is off screen, so screw you.
As you fill this void or this etched ground glyph with magic, fire and lightning arcs through it, reactivating it on the ground, and Klaus walks up. And he doesn't walk up, he runs up, because there's an army of gnomes chasing him. That's the unwanted tension he attracted.
How many gnomes? How many?
Like 50.
I'm getting Time War flashbacks, Klaus. We can take them.
Let's do it, Klaus pulls out his hammer. Meldog, are you in on this?
I don't care anymore. And I just, like I pull up the hunting rifle and I kind of take aim.
I think this is a good place to pause for the night before y'all
Okay.
slaughter 50 gnomes.
Just the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, kind of like to be continued, pops up.
Yeah, exactly that.
Oh, so Klaus also has the gnome dog tags in a necklace around his neck.
Oh, of course. He's collecting dog tags now. All
I
right.
like how Flanagan is just progressively getting more violent.
Only towards gnomes, though. You haven't gone after anybody yet. Any non-gnomes.
Y'all
I
wanna-
would like to say that I did not roll under 10 except for once tonight.
I didn't fail once. I'm kind of impressed with myself. Mixed
This was
successes.
This was a good session for Flanagan and all of his magic using, because it could have gone. What if I had failed on enchanting that Molotov cocktail? It would have exploded in your hand, probably.
Or any of the portals. Like,
Yeah.
Oh my god, I had so many good ideas for failed portals.
I could just see you like overjuice the Molotov, and then all of a sudden I'm just on fire.
Yeah, you've self-immolated.
Do y'all want to do end of session experience?
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah.
Did we conclude the current mystery?
No.
No.
We tried.
Did we save someone from certain death or worse?
Yes.
Yes.
Who
That'd
did we
be
save?
Cynthia.
We saved
Save
Cynthia.
And Ronald, or what is his name?
Who?
Randall.
Randall, my father.
Yeah.
Did you save him? It didn't look like he was getting kidnapped.
Well, they were still attacking the house. He was in the house.
Well, that's true.
I think Melvin would feel like he saved his parents and they're ungrateful. He has a superiority complex towards his parents.
Oh, the way his mom treats him, I wouldn't be surprised. There's definitely some therapy that needs to take place there. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
We learned that portals exist.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, portal
And-
magic is
And go ahead, Scott.
new. I was going to finish that with new.
I was gonna say Flanagan or Klaus is potentially Meldog's father.
That's something about the hunters, not the world. We got another
Oh,
question
yeah.
for that.
I was waiting for it.
Anything else about the world?
We got a secret entrance under the haven.
That's true.
Yeah.
Straight from Helena's, which is a question that needs to be answered at some point.
It already was.
It was. Klaus is like hooking up with Helena on the side during the Time War.
It was there when he bought the place.
It was there when he bought the place. Who'd you buy the place from? Also, it was in an abandoned field, or like an abandoned blank space in front of the World Tree. Who did you buy an empty lot from? Of any number of empty lots.
A shady man in a top hat and a suit.
The obvious answer to this question is the Time King.
Wait, the Time King?
Oh, don't worry. I'm writing that one down.
But Klaus, we weren't supposed to talk about him.
It's like saying Voldemort. You're not supposed to say his name.
Well, I didn't say his name. His name is actually Steve.
But his name sucks so much, he has to go by Time King or else people make fun of him.
Self-important bad guys. It's what makes the RPG world good.
Well, I'm the Time King, guys. I'm the Time King. I'm Steven the Time King. I control all time. Nerd.
Nerd.
Did we
All
learn
right.
something new and important about one of the hunters? What did we learn? So many things.
We learned
Tell me,
What did we
Klaus.
learn, Klaus?
Tell me about my parents.
We learned just how over it Meldog really is.
That is true. I will say that. He went from being like this, kind of on the fence character to throwing Molotovs and nearly blowing everyone up.
In 2 days' time,
I think his parents brought out the worst in him.
he was one incident away from just losing and going postal.
Oh yeah, Jeff, you missed end of session, but start of next session, we're gonna start fighting 50 gnomes.
So does that mean that Gideon will have a chance to digest all of the gnomes and grow to colossal size?
That was actually the move. If you were here, I was going to say I wanted to throw you at the gnome.
You get to feast on the gnomes.
Well, I like that. I like that idea.
Make sure you're here at the
Gideon
beginning
is
of
very hungry. He's ready to feed.
So let's get back to, did we learn something new and important
Audio
about
cut out.
hunters? We learned about Meldog's parents, right?
Yes.
and his questionable lineage and possible stepfather.
Wait. To be determined. Probably not. Did we learn anything about Klaus?
He can't lose his hat and rip off his clothes without them just magically coming back.
Yeah, I know.
His name does not disappear off the nice list anymore.
Klaus has had the worst session ever.
What about Flanagan? Anything new from him?
Portal magic? That's huge.
So you can interact with transcribed portals. I don't think you know how to make portals at this point.
No.
He could check his preparedness back to see if he has his
I'm sure he's got a fucking book in the Haven or something.
his dummy guide to how to build portals. Portals for dummy.
He's got
Go ahead.
he's got good taste in vodka.
You learned just how seething his hatred is for gnomes.
Again, he's always so angry at the gnomes. Jesus, I can't wait to get to the Time War.
I don't know if we want to go back there. So much gnome carnage.
Or it's like, I want to go back, but is it just better left undone so that we can constantly make up new shit about it?
Absolutely.
I think a temporary trip, if it was like fixed, would make sense.
Yeah.
Like, if
Like,
you have to go back and recover something that happened there or something.
Yeah.
We'll see what
Yeah.
happens.
like
we
a fixed.
We obviously wouldn't relive the whole Time War. That would be crazy. I think
That'd be
And
nuts.
it's so much more epic the way it is currently.
I think
We
there'll just
also
be a
don't
time
want-
jump.
we don't want Meldog to totally lose it. I mean, he could walk in on his mom and Klaus.
Oh, well, that's exactly when it would have to happen, so that Klaus in the past would be distracted. So
What, does Meldog just phase from existence?
Oh my god, yeah. It's gonna be like Hot Tub Time Machine.
I'm my own grandfather.
Oh my god! Oh no! This could get all sorts of weird.
You did the Marty McFly, but instead of, I'm not going to bang mom, well,
No,
Here I am.
he just went with it.
he did the Philip J. Fry.
He just went with it. He's like, when in Rome.
When in
Alright.
space time or
Do we got any more questions, or was that it?
that's it. I think you got 3 yeses.
Yeah.
Does anyone level up from 2 XP?
I do.
Uh-oh.
Klaus levels up again as well.
Meldog, what about you?
I was too good this session.
Wah,
Oh,
wah.
I had been at 4 out of 5 the entire session, and I was hoping for a failed roll so I could level up and do something with that, but I rolled so well.
Don't worry, I got an idea for them good rolls happening.
Like this one's been exceptionally weird. I had 2 failures, I think.
So
You
like
still
halfway
rolled over
up.
10 like twice.
Oh yeah, I know. I did a bunch of crap. I was surprised. Like I had the one session where Klaus like missed every roll. Every single time I tried to do something, it was below a 5.
That's
All
why
right,
I.
I think I'm gonna pick up another spell slinger move as my thing.
Okay, is it something fun?
I gotta find it in this big ass list. Is there not a
What?
way just to show just my playbook moves by themselves?
Might be easier to find it like on a wiki or
Oh,
something.
there we go. Here we go. I got it. I got it figured out.
Yeah, I think you do hide other playbook moves, right?
Yes. Unselect hide unused and then select hide other playbook moves. It's real weird how those tabs interact.
Oh,
Okay.
arcane reputation. Please?
I was thinking about that actually.
That could be so fun.
Oh
Let me look
god,
at the rest
yes.
of the moves though. Let me go through what else.
Klaus
Spell
is doing
shield.
the obvious.
Third eye.
What is third eye?
So third eye is when you read a bad situation, you can open your third eye for a moment to take in extra information, take a +1 hold on any result of 7 or more. Plus, you can see invisible things. On a miss, you still get a hold, but you're exposed to a supernatural danger. Unfiltered hidden reality is tough on the mind.
Oh. Okay, here's a question. Here's a good question. Should I get cast out evil to banish an unnatural creature from our presence, or I can gain an ally, a lesser divine being sent to help me with my mission?
Is it my mother? Because she's a saint?
So
Let's
I
do Flanagan first.
think
I
I am
know.
gonna do arcane reputation
Okay.
because I've been doing big
so good.
explosion crater happening magic lately. Yeah, we're gonna go with that.
All right, so you have
that is-
3 big organizations or groups. So let's list them off. Who are these supernatural organizations that are impressed with your work?
First, we're obviously going to go with the Wizard Council is very, very impressed by my magic.
Of course, and especially your reputation from the Time War.
Yeah. We are going to take the cell of monster hunters that specifically dealt with the Time War.
Okay, like a Time War mercenary group or something?
Yes.
Do they have a name?
Yes,
They
the
are-
monster hunter cell.
No.
I kid.
They're the recursive warriors.
I love this. Oh my god.
Recursive Warriors. They are a Time War monster hunting group.
Yes. Like a mercenary squad.
Do they exist in this timeline currently?
They exist in every timeline.
Okay.
Although it's like they're all the same person, but when they appear in other timelines, they can appear as different people or things.
Okay, so like the same person could appear as a wizard or like a knight or an expert or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the
And
last
then
one?
and then lastly, we have so 2 groups knew it. So a supernatural community, the let me think on that third one. Go for
Okay.
it.
Well, you do have the option of the agency as well.
Is the agency an actual option? Okay.
If you wanted
I
to
was
use
think-
that, if you wanted them to be impressed with you could pick them.
Well, I've already had a run-in with them.
Yeah. But you've
So-
done things after meeting them that might be considered impressive. They may or may not know about.
Okay, yeah, we'll go with that. We've got 2 familiar things and 1 new thing. I think that's a good balance.
That is awesome.
I'm
I
ex-
definitely
awesome?
like that you pulled stuff from like the Time War stuff. I
Yeah.
think that's like the greatest grab all.
I cannot wait to bring in these recursive warriors. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, that way it's not like too much on you to do. You got like 1 new group to mess with.
I make up new
and
shit all
then-
the time. That's the whole session.
Well, yeah, that is true, but you also don't want to like overload yourself on new stuff.
Sure. To be perfectly honest, those portals in the bottom of Hela's basement, they didn't exist before tonight.
You just wanted to send us somewhere.
I was like, this is a good idea.
Yeah.
Gnomes.
It always comes
Or
back
no.
to things, man.
Wait, did you sacrifice 6 gnomes on the fly? You're just a monster.
Did I sacrifice or did Klaus murder 6 gnomes needlessly?
I don't know if you can say murder. They attacked him with sticks.
All right, I am finally on my next level up. I can finally start choosing advanced improvements.
Oh boy.
This is awesome. Oh my man, I'm so excited though. Scott Flanagan has been like key in so much.
Yeah.
Like I'm really excited to see where Flanagan goes as a character. I do have concerns about his gnome hatred.
It's something to address.
And
I think
Therapy.
we probably need to take like a day and go to therapy to get over the Time War PTSD.
I promise if you go to therapy about gnomes, the therapist will be a gnome.
Oh god.
Now
That
tell
would
me,
be
Klaus,
great.
why do you hate my kind? Hmm?
Hate is such a strong word as he pulls out his hammer.
Klaus,
Gideon loves gnomes because they're delicious.
this is
Oh,
true.
did-
At all.
Hey Jeff, did Gideon Gideon already leveled up, right? I haven't even looked at Gideon's sheet in a minute.
He's a shapeshifter now. He can shapeshift into a shroom dog.
What?
Yeah,
It's for hunting purposes.
right.
You've only leveled up like
Holy
once.
Think of like a giant wolf made out of mushrooms.
Have you really only leveled up like 1 time?
He's got 2, I think.
He's changed classes.
Oh, does that reset the whole thing? Oh,
I'm
okay.
the monstrous now.
Oh,
Mental Dominion.
Hey Sean, should we say that that Gideon was at the hospital? Because he's like almost dead.
Yeah, sure. He was at the hospital. No, he went to
I can
Helena's
regenerate.
house. He was at Helena's house, and she was giving him plant food, and it healed him.
Yeah,
Sensuous
fertilizer.
plant.
She was feeding me fertilizer, like ground up gnomes.
Feed me, Helena.
Because yeah, Jeff, you were like 1 arm away from dead.
Which,
But I also have, hey, I've got unquenchable vitality. I can heal myself.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
so what are you picking, Klaus? Are you getting a divine ally?
Sweet.
That's kind of what I'm
Forget
thinking. I mean,
shapeshifter.
is there something that we need? Do we have anything
Don't
that's
pick
like?
something you need. Pick something in character that's fun. Because we don't need anything. You can get yourself you can get yourself in and out of any situation. There's not a need here.
You know what I think might have been a better fit for Klaus though
What was
is
that?
the it's like the wrestler, the luchador. It's like
Oh,
the second
Jesus.
one.
Oh,
That one was. Yeah, I think we're gonna get a an ally.
okay. Let's talk about your gain an ally, a lesser divine being sent from above to help you with your mission. What was Santa thinking when he sent you whatever it is after you murdered gnomes? Who did he think was a good idea to put in your back pocket? Is it Rudolph?
Obvious. An elf.
An elf, okay.
Why would he be upset about me murdering gnomes? He's known this. He's divine.
Every time he sees you do it from his like perch on God Tree land or wherever. He's like, oh, I can't believe I chose him.
Mistakes were made.
All right, so he's sending you an elf. Is it like an
I
elf on a
think-
shelf elf?
Let me see.
How tall is this elf? Or is it like Legolas?
Hold on, I'm seeing if there's any. Oh, geez. There are a bunch of elves that actually have names.
Santa's elves?
Yeah.
Have you seen Elf? There's lots of elf names.
Yeah, this is the one that we're gonna use.
Call him Buddy.
You'll have fun with this one, Sean.
Okay.
I'll post it in the Monster of the Week thing.
I'm waiting.
It's in there now.
Wurnors Openslay. Fuck you, man.
I'm text-to-speeching that.
Oh yes, let's see how it sounds.
What is okay? What's his Let's see. I wonder what Woonars is gonna sound like. He's gonna go by Woony. He's gonna have a deep Russian accent.
It does say Wernors Opensley.
How tall is your divine ally?
I
I really
That's
want
a
him
good
to be an
question.
elf on a shelf.
I'm getting Winoris Openslay. That is.
Whoa.
My name
Okay,
is
they are-
Wurnors Openslay, and I'm here.
They're a
to kick.
maximum of 3 feet tall.
3 feet's very tall.
That's the maximum height.
Okay. So what? How tall do you want this guy to be? 3 feet's like a
He's-
dwarf. He's gonna be
He's
as tall as Gideon.
obviously. No, he's obviously going to be like 11 inches.
Okay. So he is an elf on a shelf.
Well, 10 and a half, he says 11.
Oh, of course. Oh, yeah. So he is going to be. I am Wurnors Openslay, and I am definitely 12 inches.
Oh my god! This sounds so like out of context, just so pervert. This might be one of our greatest sessions ever.
Oh, that was
This
good.
one was such a good session. I definitely enjoyed it.
This has been a great session.
I feel
I
like
like
we
all
got
the-
a lot. Oh,
Yeah.
go ahead.
We did. I was just gonna say I made a lot of things explode. I helped people make things explode. I'm happy.
I just like what is our body count? Like I don't even know how many people we've killed.
You killed 6 gnomes, plus the prince, plus the 5 gnomes, plus I think that's it. You've just killed gnomes.
Does the
think I-
prince count?
Well, you brought him back to life, but you still killed him.
But death counters usually go down when someone's rezzed.
That is true.
I mean, you talk to your god and you see what he says.
Wait, doesn't Flanagan's sword res gnomes?
It does.
Oh, I know where 6 gnome bodies are.
Well, you got 50 live ones in front of you.
They're
Yeah, but I'm
about
not
to
worried.
Go down.
Are you really gonna give us a gnome? Well, not us, Flanagan, a gnome army?
Did I?
'Cause-
He can res them. He cannot control them unless he tries to claim dominion over the gnomes with this royal relic.
All
can
hell
also-
Flanagan, the
I
res
can also
gnome.
go for inspiring speech and just rally up a troop of people to help us fight the pumpkin.
You could.
Here's what I'll do, guys. When they're rushing us, I'm just gonna pull the sword out and hold it up over my head like like He-Man style.
And that's when Meldog will try to give his speech when they're tranced by the sword.
Listen.
Dang it didn't come.
Mistakes were made.
No, you're
Chill.
fine.
And that's the speech.
We'll do that next week.
Dun dun dun.
I want to end
Oh.
up in gnome court.
God, I was thinking,
Did you kill these
like,
gnomes?
I was seriously considering a cut to black where y'all just come back and there's corpses everywhere. But this sounds like way too much fun.
And a potential party TPK. I like the idea of loosing Gideon on them and just devouring the gnomes. Like, we're gonna try to be like, you should join us, and they're going to be eaten. I just imagine like Pac-Man with the gnomes while you're giving your speech.
It's like that scene from The Other Guys, and just like aim for the bushes, and they jump off, and everybody dies. It's like aim for the heads, and then it just swarmed over, and then it's like game over.
Oh man. Well, I'm excited for next session. This is gonna be pretty.
Yeah, it'll be a good one.
We've got to wrap it up, or else it won't be thematically appropriate anymore to be Halloween.
Man, I tried to wrap up the stupid Pumpkin King.
Yeah,
I
you
just
tried,
got-
but did you think he was gonna die in the first 30 minutes?
No. I
Yes.
knew he wasn't. I feel like I kind of wasted a luck point, but it was thematically correct because he mega charged this hammer.
Oh,
I just couldn't let it go.
you don't even know how much harm that does, do you? I didn't say.
Which part?
The part where you flexed your no limits and then kick some ass.
Oh, I mean, it probably is a massive amount because it makes I think the hammer's the weakness to the enemy. It also does 3.
Yep.
So it's probably ridiculous.
Did
It
it hit
almost
double
feels
digits?
overpowered. I'm glad that this is something we can just beat to death. That's why I like the girth. Like I'd almost like Klaus to be solely like hand to hand and not have a weapon. And
that's
just
why he's got
throwing
a
himself.
That's why he's got a short, stubby hammer.
Oh yeah, but the hammer is just beastly, especially because it's holy.
Well, the advantage, or if you get too strong, and it gets to the point where you just like fight things to like a stomp every single time you encounter them, I just change up the monsters, and you can't hit them because they're incorporeal, or there's 80 of them, or
50
there's
gnomes.
50 gnomes. What do? Can you fight all 50 of them? They don't do much when there's only one of them, but if they all have knives and they're trying to shank you at the same time, well, that might be problematic.
Hopefully they're better than the gnomes that tried to stick me to death. Oh, if you guys have any harm, at the end of session, I'm pretty sure we can heal it unless you're unstable.
I don't.
I have not been hurt.
What?
I got healed up, so
I decided to, instead of going for shapeshifting, I'm going to go with immortal.
Okay.
I like that better.
What does that do?
You do not age or sicken, and whenever you suffer harm, you suffer 1 less harm. That makes more sense, really.
Okay.
The shroom
Man.
dog thing was just kind of a spur of the moment, like, oh, that sounds good.
I'm so ready. There are 50 gnomes waiting for you to eat them, Jim. Please be at the beginning of next session. I want to see you just devour them.
I will describe in graphic detail all 50 of the gnomes being devoured.
I'm looking at recovery now, Chris. If you expand, oh, actually, you might be able to see it under Klaus. I expanded recovery. under
Oh.
Other topics.
Okay, I must have.
And then
I see.
recovery. So 0 harm wounds are considered healed right away. 1 to 3 harm wounds improve when you receive first aid or later when you rest. Heal 1 when you do. So when you rest, you get 1 harm removed. Unstable wounds require first aid. 4+ harm wounds require healing time, magical, or hospital.
I misread the mystery part to where I thought that was each session. It says at the end of the mystery.
At the end of the mystery, you have a chance to heal. If there is no chance to rest, heal 1 harm. If there's plenty of time, heal all harm. So I would say during like the nighttime, the night where y'all all took a break before dealing with the current mystery, there was plenty of time and you were all healed to full.
Well, we even took Flanagan to a hospital.
Yep. And they were passing out painkillers and coffee at the hospital like it was candy because y'all were trick or treating.
Hell yeah.
Here's
I'll,
some morphine, young Klaus.
Young Klaus, who is however old he needs to be whenever it's convenient.
What was he?
What?
22 today.
He was 24 and a half. We've been over this.
Okay, that's good enough. It's almost 11 o'clock. I gotta go to bed.
Oh yeah.
All right, everybody.
Okay. Awesome session. See you guys
y'all.
next
Have a good
Tuesday.
One. Yep.
Bye,
See you
everybody.
then.